Good evening, folks. How is everyone tonight? Hope you're all having a very, very good start to your week. It is Christmas on Friday. Hope everyone is prepared, got your gifts ready, all wrapped and everything else. I have my gifts. I have not wrapped them. I am not prepared. I'm never prepared. Not until, like, probably 10 o'clock on Christmas Eve. It's the only time I ever really get them all ready. I've still got to wrap yours. I've still got to wrap my mum and dad's, unless you've done that. Well, you can't exactly wrap your own, can you? So I've still got to do that, and I'll probably end up doing that on Christmas Eve. Yeah, could also do then. Anyway. Right, we're back with some Persona 5. It has been a while. We're jumping straight back into more story. I'm literally 11 minutes off of 80 hours in this game now. Which I absolutely cannot believe. Right. Okay, so prove your justice to society, follow the situation, act like an honest student, get ready for midterms. Okay, so we've got midterms coming up. It is currently night time. It's been that long since I played. I have no idea what the hell I was even doing. Can I go out? You're gonna let me go out? I'm hoping you're gonna let me go out. Map. I am not allowed out.
Hey, hey.
Oh. No, I want to go back down because I want to make some coffee. Actually, no. Come and play a game.
Nice.
Still looking pretty healthy. Okie dokie.
Oh.
What's the DVD that I've got? Guts. Okay. Well, I do need to increase my guts still, so.
If you want to live, put that pen to paper. Damn it, you're breaking up. Don't call back later.
It's a story about an editor trying to rush a struggling writer to meet his deadline. That editor is terrifying. No one could finish that many pages in such a short time. Does he even stand a chance?
Yep.
That writer was given an impossible task, but he kept on writing until his fingers bled. Maybe you've learned a thing or two about guts from watching this drama. 3 points of guts. Yeah, so it's charm I don't need to work on anymore.
Well then.
Well, it's starting to get late. Let's head to bed soon, okay? No. Screw you, Mona. Oh, there goes my my approval. I'm sorry for worrying all of you. I won't be able to respond for a little while longer. You don't need to mind us. More importantly, are you doing alright? I'm okay. I'm more worried about the people at the company, to be honest. It seems everyone's having difficulty with not only clients, but the press as well. They're even handling the preparations for my father's funeral. I just feel so guilty that I'm unable to help out at all. You shouldn't. Everyone understands this is a trying time for you. And we're here if anything happens. I know. I'll get in touch once things settle down. Don't push yourself. Thanks. Talk to you later.
Bless that girl. Worrying about others even at a time like this.
I bet they killed Okamura to make an example out of him. Why else would they kill him during a press conference? I read somewhere that Okamura raised his daughter alone. Maybe he wasn't a great manager, but as a parent I feel for him. Murdering someone to make a point is textbook terrorism. Like Shido and that Akechi kid said, the Phantom Thieves are a menace. Have we been cheering on murderers all this time? It has to be a setup. The Phantom Thieves aren't like that. They have to endure that harsh training every day. I feel a bit sorry for them. I believe in the Phantom Thieves, they wouldn't do that. Oh, the gymnast girl? Yeah, she's changed in a good way. Who on earth set us up? Does anyone have any ideas? Of course not. If I were to guess, I would say the corporate behind the mental shutdowns. Wait, how do we even know we got set up to begin with? They found a calling card in Principal Kayakawa's office. Someone else had to have planted that, obviously. In the worst case scenario, it's possible they know about our identities. This is bad guys. Yes, our state of affairs is looking quite bleak. Let's prove our innocence. How are we going to do that though? Looks like our only choice now is to find the true culprit, although we don't have any leads. Damn it, why's this got to happen to us? I wish we could prove our innocence, but we can't afford to make a dumb mistake and get ourselves caught. We'll just have to keep laying low and wait. Let's not do anything conspicuous, okay? Hey, sorry for bringing this up when things are so chaotic. I know it's been tough after what happened to President Okamura and all, but this is a perfect time for smaller changes of heart to restore your reputation. Anyway, here's the info I have. If true, this one is pretty crazy. Apparently an ex-merc who works as an assassin is hiding it in the Shibuya underground. He acts like a homeless person during the day, but then goes about his work at night. He hasn't left any trace of his identity though, so there's nothing the police can do. Sounds interesting. You really are brave. Well, according to the rumours, his name is Yohei Kiritani. I'm seriously scared. I don't want anything to do with this. I'm leaving this to you. Mishima really does get some amazing info for us sometimes. Our reputation may have taken a hit after Okamura's death, but we can still provide justice in mementos. We should discuss this with everyone when we have time. Oh, and we have to meet up with Haru before we can go in? Exams are coming up. Hope your studies have been going well. I can give you a general idea of what they were like when I was a second year. What do you think? Want to study together? Decide later. He's people watching as normal. What are your plans for today? I'm shopping in Shibuya right now. I'll stop at the station for a bit, so let me know if anything comes up. Yusuke and... it's just them. Okay. Okay, so if I have a look at my confidant with Anne, rank 6. Yusuke is also rank 6. I really need to max out Ryuji. Is he not available? Oops, wrong button. I guess he's not. I'm not improving my my reputation with any of them, so... Wait, did I need to hang out with Makoto to max her out? I don't know. Let's have a go to Shibuya and meet up with Anne. Whoops, wrong person. That's the one I wanted. Hi, Anne.
Hiya.
Oh, Tex, are you here to shop today too?
Oh yeah.
Oh, do you want to go somewhere if you have the time, I mean? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Let's go.
Why don't we hang out at the diner then? I could go for a nice chat. Sure. I listened to Anne for a while. It seems she's starting to gather her thoughts. Flashy. Thank you, but flashy. How dare you? That is certainly a different way of saying hello. I don't approve of that way of saying hello, but at least it's a different way. But thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, the Phantom Thieves killed someone. It's all over the news. Oh, he is thirsty. I know my bot got one of them, which is fine. I can turn even the most trivial info into an article. Come on, it's time for my source to shine. Are you going to stop by? Right, she's the only one that wants to hang out tonight. Still can't rank up Sajiro yet. Oh, you won't rank up. Fuck it then, I might as well go and see her.
Oh, honey.
You sure come here a lot. I don't really mind it, but keep yourself in check, okay? Okamura Foods. That was unexpected, huh? And then your principal commits suicide? The public blames the Phantom Thieves for both incidents, but something doesn't add up. Maybe you're rubbing off on me, but I guess a journalist got to question everything. Do you have a lot of info on the Phantom Thieves?
Then take
Oh, I look forward to it. I'm not doing too bad, thanks. How about yourself? Are you ready for Christmas? Are you all prepared with gifts and everything else?
Well then.
Bought all the stuff? Is it wrapped, though? So I bought all of my stuff, it's just not wrapped. So are they just deceiving us? I guess Akechi was right after all. No, I still believe the Phantom Thieves. They're murderers, right? Hurry up and arrest them. How long are the police going to let them run loose?
This sucks.
I wonder when Okamura-san will start coming back to school. I know the funeral's soon. It must be tough organising the funeral for a bigwig CEO. Okamura-san is usually pretty quiet. Do you think she's okay? Hard to believe the dad of such a nice girl could be so evil. I didn't expect this from the Phantom Thieves. That was a full-blown public execution. Your manager gave you permission to do a project that she doesn't quite realise the full scope of. Okay. What's the project? Things are looking rough online. They're just calling us a bunch of murderers. All the celebrities who support us are being criticised now too. It's all gone up in flames. People are posting about this stuff everywhere. I highly doubt that anyone who supported us did so honestly. There must have been many who simply went with the winning side. I get mixed feelings about this when you put it that way. It does make me rethink a lot of things. That aside, we need to deal with our situation first. Our state of affairs continue to worsen. We can't just sit back and watch this happen. Still, we can't make a move when we don't have any leads. What are we supposed to do then? Right around when your exams will end will be the perfect timing. Huh? For what? Don't worry about it. Anyway, just wait and see what happens. For the time being, let's discuss things after our exams end. Ugh, there's no way I can focus on exams like this. Can you ever? No.
Hey, are you listening?
I'm going to use it to the maximum to start fixing stuff in the business tech-wise. Oh, okay. Don't blame me, go for it. To be fair, I did a lot of that when I first joined my place. Originally, we didn't have the storage capacity to move live migrate servers between the hosts, so we couldn't upgrade any of the hosts without losing the other servers. So I ended up organising all of that. I ended up organising a piece of software to deploy apps to new PCs that we add to the network so that we don't have to do everything manually, taking hours, and a couple of other things and stuff like that. So we're writing IT training documents and policies, considering lots of them are badly out of date. The task gives me the permission to do lots of saying why in the hell, in a more professional manner, do we do things like this? Yeah, we ended up fixing quite a lot of things when I first joined as well, because some of it was just odd. You pay attention. Is that how you listen when someone's talking to you? Dodged it, yeah, boy. Whoa, that was an epic dodge. Can't believe he dodged Ushimaru's throw. Is he a ninja? Well, whatever. Moving on.
Hey!
Oh, you've got the entire class's attention. Your charm has definitely increased. No, I need more. I need more. Proficiency. Got told by one of your co-workers the GDPR was about not emailing files to the wrong person. Excuse me? You fucking what, mate? Obviously, they need training on GDPR. People are saying terrible things about us, calling us murderers. Ooh, I can max out Ryuji. Right, let's max out Ryuji. I'm on my way, okay? I'll be waiting. Let's start off with 3 sets. We're gonna go get some ramen after we train. I'm gonna give it everything I've got. Yeah, that person doesn't know GDPR at all.
This is a perfect way to refill after some training. By the way, the track team's up and running again. Yamauchi got taken down pretty quick. You know Takeishi's mom is the PTA press, right? He told her everything. After that, she came storming in with the other parents and forbid the whole scouting plan. Oh, wish I could have seen the look on Yamauchi's face. I mean, the school can't ignore the PTA.
Through 20 minutes being part of a 2-hour course. Oh god. Yeah, when GDPR first came in, we when I was at my last place, we needed to do a whole afternoon course on it, just to make sure that we understood it. Because obviously we handled like card transactions and customer data and all of that kind of stuff, so we needed our knowledge on it.
And as a result, the track team's back. Our old coach is filling in for now. Man, it serves that dick right. What a great feeling. I think they might even go far in the meet.
I'm looking forward to it.
Hell yeah! Oh crap, the ramen's gonna get soggy. Let's eat. Woo! That was awesome.
GDPR is going to be one of my forefront whys since no standardized training for the organisation on it. Legally, I think there should have been. Although my current place is looking at GDPR at the moment, mostly because I mean we don't necessarily handle like public customer data, but we do hold records of other companies that we've sold to. So I don't know whether that complies with GDPR or not. We're looking into it at the minute.
To tell the truth, I was scared of facing those guys straight up. I couldn't stand how much they hated me. It just made me think of how stupid I was.
Yeah, employee data, but because we sell to other companies, we don't sell to the general public. I don't know if it matters to us because we don't necessarily hold like names and stuff like that. We literally just hold the company's address and stuff like that. So I don't know whether it does because it's not personal information. Also messaging an old co-worker to some of your old training stuff. I don't blame you, why not? Well, obviously that's all GDPR compliant anyway, it's got to be legally binding, so...
Most of all, made me remember how I lost my place with him.
But no, our main concern is like how the data is held like within the system for, not for employee, but just for who we sell to.
This ain't like me, but I managed to change because you were here helping me. I got you all wrapped up in this shit, but you stayed with me till the bitter end. You didn't abandon me. So, thanks, man.
It's all because of you.
It's funny, huh? This started out as us training for the Phantom Thieves. How'd it end up like this?
We don't even have a GDPR officer, dude. Most companies don't.
Either way, it's my turn now.
Or at least if we do, I don't know who they are.
If anything comes up, you tell me. I'll help you with whatever you need.
Last I checked,
Mexi!
I didn't ask for your
I
opinion.
am thou. Thou art
You're a cunt.
I. Thou hast
Hope you
turned
enjoy your
the
new,
vow into a blood oath.
Your new sub.
Thy bond shall become
Thanks to
the
Flashy.
wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of the chariot, granting thee infinite power.
Flashy, you're never innocent. Second Awakening transforms Persona into a mythological trickster.
All right. All right.
What the fuck?
My new power.
Whoa, okay, I had no idea that they changed.
All right.
Sight and Taisei. Okay. Or Taisei. What? It's transformed into fucking Goku.
All right. Now I have that off my chest. Let's do this.
Where's the cam today? Flashy, that's not actually going to work on this one at the moment. I haven't fixed the command for it. That still like turns it all on for my old one. I can put it on, but you know me, I normally keep it off during these streams. Hang on. I'm in a blanket anyway. Hello. Alright, let me turn the light on as well. Get some better lighting. There we go. Yes, I'm fucking freezing, so I have blanket down here, and then a blanket off my shoulders to keep you warm. Is that better? Fuck. There we go. It's better.
First up, the Phantom Thieves. I'll be counting on you, leader. And you can count on me too. Hey, now that we're all fueled up, want to race to the station?
No thanks. I'm done running. Liking the new look? Oh, thank you. Thank you. All skill slots are currently full. Please select a skill to forget. Ah, so we get... So we get... No. What are we getting here? Evade wind? Well, let's go for the Deathbound. No. Yeah, let's go with the Deathbound. Takes up way too much HP. Mate, if you gotta keep warm, you gotta keep warm. And when the heating shouldn't really be on because of the cost of gas and everything, you try and keep warm in whatever way you can. Blankets upon blankets upon blankets. Guess all the price they got before doesn't amount to much now. I'm already bummed out. I'm already bummed about tests coming up. I'm in trouble for anything that's not English. I haven't been studying at all. Oh, maybe we can make some progress if we keep an eye on each other. Want to study together? Alright, well, let me see who else is available first then. Hang on. Okay, those two are max. I could rank up Iwai. Akechi I can't even rank up yet. Kanda I can't rank up. No, Hifumi I can't rank up yet. I'm not too bothered about Iwai. I mean, sure, why not? Fuck it then. You're a big help? Then let's meet at the diner in Shibuya. Might increase my knowledge points as well, why not? So how are you, anyway, Meg? Are you doing good? That long sentence is tough. Try to think about what the underlying section means. Are you starting to understand how to dissect these problems? I think so. I'm so jealous you get a one-on-one study session with Lady Antex. It seems like you're making more progress than usual, too. More knowledge!
That's not it.
I'm actually not so good at this because of my time abroad. Anyway, time to study. Here we go. Do you think we could? Do you think you could help me with math next? Sure, why not?
Let's get back.
I'm so tired. Let's stop here. They still haven't caught the Phantom Thieves? I don't care how they do it. I'd just throw them in the slammer already. It's too scary to have murderers on the loose. It's not necessarily cold shoulders. You actually lose quite a lot of heat out of your shoulders. And your head as well, but I ain't covering up my head. So normally, like, if you just cover up your shoulders like this and, like, the tops of your arms, you actually stay a lot warmer. So that's why I tend to do it. But I'm also very good, thank you very much. 2 more days of work and then I'm off for a week and a half, basically, nearly 2 weeks. I wonder what kind of people the culprits are. They're murderers, don't give me any of this justice crap. Fuck you. Can I bother you for a moment? Now that the funeral is over, it feels like a small burden has been lifted from my shoulders. Are you alright? Hey, no ice cubes. I am. I actually feel bad for having everyone worry about me. How about you? Are you doing okay? I'm managing. You sure are strong. I'll come back, don't worry. I think I'll be able to rejoin everyone around when the exams end. Well, see ya.
Haru. She's the one who should be in pain right now. Yet she's still trying to cheer us up.
Well then.
Your exams start tomorrow, don't they? You should just focus on those for now. We'll get back to work once your exams are over. No capes. No capes. Just drape them over your shoulders. And it's a blanket, not a towel. Thank you very much. What's the plan for today? Have you already decided? I'm in front of LeBlanc. Let me know what's up. I don't care what it is. Alright, who's around? So if Fataba's around, I can rank her up. I can rank Anne up. Could max out Makoto, I think. No, we'll just get her to rank 6. Okay. No, blanket will keep you warmer than a towel. Ooh, who to go for? Do we go with Makoto or Anne? Indeed. I'm thinking Anne. Yeah, we'll go with Anne. Oh, Tex, are you here to shop today too? I really want to eat something sweet right now. You're in the same boat as me, right? Right? Let's go get crepes with tons of extra toppings. Looks like they're not doing their famous double chocolate crepes today. I have the worst luck. Oh, an email. Alright, I need to bring up the confidant guide. Looks like it's from the agency. I wonder what they could want. Huh? Mika? Right, hang on. Persona 5 Royal Confidant Guide. Yes, I cheat. No, I don't care. You can hate me all you like. I don't give a shit. Shall we look at anyone else? I'm playing Let's Go Eat at the same time. I don't blame you. Why not? I enjoyed that game. It's Skytree. Where's that? You enjoyed it? They're having fun. Have you got the new ones yet, Sword and Shield? They want me to head over for a shoot now. Feels pretty familiar, doesn't it? Basically, this men's magazine is running a Mika special to try and capitalize on her recent popularity. But apparently she asked for me specifically to star alongside her for the shoot. I wonder why. She admires you. Huh? So I think what she said earlier was the truth? Hold on though. Why would you trick someone you admire? Well, I guess I won't know what she wants unless I head over. Have you been to Skytree before? How do you get there?
Let's go.
Oh, and can you come with me? Actually, I've already decided for you. You're going. Come on. Okay. Alright, we made it. Wait, where's Mika? Oh, so you came for my special. You asked for me, right? Wow, I barely recognize you. Did you lose weight? Or maybe change your makeup? The theme for today's shoot is the elegance of a woman. So I conditioned my body to be more elegant.
What?
What do you mean? Controlling what you eat, how you move, that's all. It may sound easy, but it's pretty tough. You have to write down everything you eat, making sure to check the nutritional and caloric content. I even hired a personal trainer to take special note of my diet and oversee my exercise regimen.
Wow.
Whoa, that's amazing. Does that mean you don't get to eat double chocolate grapes? Still don't have the new one as I'm poor. Still know nothing about the game apart from some Pokemon too. You need Sobble. I don't know. I mean, like, his full evolution isn't exactly brilliant. But I'm not exactly keen on any of the full evolutions of the starters. Of course I don't. I'd get fat with just one bite of that stuff. Not to mention the other stuff I do. I take herbal medication, wear warming socks, do Pilates and yoga. Day after day, how many squats do you think I do in a week? Ugh, a natural beauty like you could never understand how much work I put into my modelling. You know, it's kind of embarrassing getting complimented like that. Sorry, did I say natural beauty? What I meant was natural airhead.
What did you say?
Who are you calling an airhead? And Senpai, stop it. You're scaring me. Fucking hell. Mika-chan, are you okay? Man, catfights are scary. This way, Mika-chan? Yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly the expression I'm looking for. Wonderful, wonderful. I see now. This is a test.
Yes!
Well, I'm not going to lose. You haven't seen any of the starter evolutions? I don't know if you might want to have a look. Might treat yourself to the game, actually. Super tempting. Do it. Do it. Hanjen, could you try being a little sexier? You mean like this? Oh, that's beautiful.
Wait.
I thought you looked up to me. You should have known that was a lie, but I guess you're just as naive as you look. Anyway, stupid damages like you really piss me off. You better not drag me down, okay? Oh, you're amazing, Mika-chan. Oh, you know the president of that fancy car company? Introduce me, please. You only even invited me to dinner. You know, working with all of you just makes me so happy. I mean, if you are thinking of getting it, let me know. I will happily send you over some Pokemon to help you out. I really don't mind. I've got plenty. I haven't completed the Pokedex, but I've definitely got plenty. Even some shinies as well if you want. We've arrived back in Shibuya. Why did Mika ask for me? So she could show you up. I see, then she was just trying to be mean. If that's the case, I probably deserved everything she did. Cheer up. Yeah. Well, go poke Chris and tell him that you want a download code for it. For Christmas, of course. Then you haven't got to wait for it to be delivered and you can just download it on Christmas morning. Mika had to work super hard every day to get where she is now. She worked out, watched her diet, made friends with everyone. She couldn't rely on connections like I did. She didn't become a model just for the heck of it. Her resolve, her knowledge, her fashion sense, they're all on a totally different level from me. Oh, you need to get that as well then. Mika is amazing. Mika is strong, but me. I'm nothing. Just thinking about that makes me so angry. I felt like I could explode. This whole time I've just been pretending to model. It was like the clothes were wearing me. I mean, that's what I always thought being a model meant. But I was totally wrong. A real model draws out the beauty of the clothes they wear, casts a stunning magic on them. A real model is flexible, beautiful, and strong. Well, I've had enough pretending. I want to be a real model. Go get him, Tiger. Spider-Man reference.
Yes!
I'm going to take the world by storm. Just you watch, Tex. No, I pay for the year. I pay for a whole family one, which is like £30. And I can have up to 6 people on it. So far, I've got me, my son, my sister-in-law. Soon I'll have my daughter and my mum on there as well. So, and me, of course. I sense a heightened motivation from Anne. There we go. So I think that's 5 total at the moment.
All right.
I thought you had a job. I thought that's why you moved. I'm so mad. This is the perfect time for sweets, but no, I won't eat them. I mean, I will, but not today. You eat some for me, Tex. Well, if you pay for just yourself, it's like £18 for a whole year. So, Tex, it's me. I've been pissed since I left, I can't help it. Well, I'll say it again. I'm taking the modelling world by storm and I don't care what I have to do to get there. Obviously that means dieting, cutting back on food, and no matter how tough it is, I'll do any workout. You got this. Yep, I'm so sick of feeling how I did today. This is the first for me actually, feeling that pissed off, I mean. Usually, even if I have a crappy day, I'll just get over it by having snacks, watching TV and sleeping it off. But this time it's different, I want to change. Tomorrow I want to be better than I am today. Okay, gotta start my stretching session. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye. Yeah, as I say, it's like £18 for an entire year, so it's a hell of a lot cheaper than paying for PlayStation and stuff. This isn't much of an update, but I think I'm going to go back to school, starting tomorrow. I'm sorry for worrying all of you until now. Are you really okay though? Be sure not to push yourself too hard in this time of grief. No, I actually need to push myself. My mind always wonders if I have nothing to do. Yeah, I totally get you. Besides, there's nothing I can do while I'm at home. Well, I don't know how to put it, but try not to think about that stuff too much. Get to us anytime. Yeah, you don't have to worry about asking us for anything. We're all here for you. Now, I was a Christmas temp. Also left early because I was being victimised by the manager and her staff. I was super depressed and wasn't being kept on anyway, so I left. Already hard when I can't see family since moving because COVID. I can imagine that. I mean, I was pretty much the same when I did my Christmas temp work at Game a few years back. I was being harassed by a lot of different staff members. The manager wasn't too bad, but he certainly just had to let everything slide by the permanent staff. So I ended up leaving as soon as Christmas came around. I was happy. I got my discount on my PlayStation 4 when I bought it on launch. Still have it. It's what I'm playing on now. I was alright just getting the discount in all honesty. To be completely honest, when I ended up alone, I did doubt you all a tiny bit. But it's so horrible for me to doubt you. I mean, I'm the one who asked you all to do this. Your father just passed away, Haru. It's natural to feel a flood of emotion at such events. Yeah, it's really hard when you lose someone like that. But I'm okay now. You've all helped me out so much. Right back at you. Thank you. Those words are truly reassuring. Well then, I'll see all of you at school.
Haru. I'm not surprised she seems down. You should keep her in your thoughts. Still, despite how she looks, Haru has quite the backbone. I'm sure she'll be okay.
I don't blame you. Should never have to put up with anything like that. Exams are coming up soon. You're not getting a jump on studying with Emmy, right? Shop's still open. Try to stop by. Wait, you're in Tier 4? I thought Tier 4 was just London and a couple of pieces up north. Do I get the knowledge points, or do I go and rank up EY? Meg, I appreciate the host. Thank you very much. I don't know why I didn't get an alert for it. We'll have to look at that. But still, I appreciate the host. Thank you very much. EY or study, EY or study, EY or study. What level is EY at the moment? It was meant to be from the 20th, but started earlier. I'm still in rank tier 3 at the minute. Right, where's EY on the list? There he is. Weapons dealer, he's rank 3, so he'll go up to rank 4. Don't get anything for rank 4, but we'll get something for rank 5, which is a discount. Okay, we'll do studying then. I want to try and max out my points. Ah. That's a shame, to be fair. Well, you'll just have to see how things go. I'm starting to get the hang of this, so I guess that's what I do with this one too. Wait, that's no good. Damn it, what did I mess up on? It's important to revisit and review where things went wrong. Knowledge points! Max knowledge!
Alright. Yeah.
Oh, here. If I just fix this. Well, problem solved. You're freaking amazing, dude. Gonna go grab a refill. Solving that question's got me real pumped up.
Wanna head back?
So I'm maxed on knowledge, maxed on charm. So it's just guts. Proficiency. What's the last one? I don't know. I don't remember. Kindness. Yeah. Pulling all-nighters is the worst. I really should have started studying sooner. At least the Score Festival soon. It's the thing I'm looking forward to most right now. Yeah, but are they still going to hold it? It might get cancelled. Don't say that. You're bumming me out before the exams. Things are bad enough as is. If they cancel the festival, the students will riot. Gonna treat yourself to the game and go play it? Still be liking that? No worries. No worries at all. I'll be going to enjoy it. She's so lucky, it's almost like her test scores don't matter. I wonder if they really are from our school. The teachers are doing a 180 on the honour student. She's on the podium, good for her.
Phantom Thieves have gone off the deep end, don't you think? I thought they were gonna change that CEO's heart, but they ended up killing him instead.
Haven't people been saying they killed Principal Kobayakawa too? I thought they were bad, but I never expected they'd turn out to be murderers.
Oh man, does this mean anyone who gets targeted is screwed?
Quiet down. I'll now be handing out your exam booklets.
Oh, it's exam day.
Well, shall we begin?
No, not ready yet. Pardon my other cheatsy guide. What are we on? 10:17. Okay, there we go. Okay, in both black and white services, how many services are there total on a soccer ball? 32.
Ooh, we can do
Sounds about right. I guess that question. This looks tough. Let's calm down and think it through. Provide an explanation for why the soccer ball is only comprised of the colours black and white. Didn't the teacher say that the number of colours used to be different? Do you remember? Used to be one colour. Or it was only one colour, but that wouldn't really grab your eye. Oh yeah, I remember. I think she said that unlike now, soccer games were broadcasted with black and white picture. Right, a single colour ball would be hard to spot in black and white, so they changed the colour of the ball to make it easily identifiable on TV. We finished in time.
Ahem.
Time is up. Put down your pencils and put your hands under your desks.
You're still rooting for the Phantom Thieves? You know they're murderers, right?
That doesn't mean that criminals should be left to do whatever they want.
Still, couldn't they have at least left the principal to the police? And I mean, did you see that press conference? No way allies of justice would do that.
I wonder if Akechi-kun has been right all along.
He's so admirable, sticking to his guns even though so many people were against him.
That's enough. If you don't quiet down, I'll have to ask you to leave.
Oh, teacher's angry.
Now, everyone.
This is the second day of your exams. Please begin. Who conducted executions using this device? The French.
Ooh, we can do
That sounds
this.
about right. What is the reason that most people cannot become a cormorant fisherman of Nagarasawa? It's a hereditary profession.
Ooh, we can do this.
So glad I managed to max out my knowledge by this point.
The Phantom Thieves have gotta be students here, right? I mean, they killed our principal. Isn't this insane? There are murderers among us. Now that you mention it, there was a guy in Shibuya who told me he's a Phantom Thief the other day. For real? You gotta report that. Oh crap. You think so? I snapped a pic, so I should probably put it online just in case. I hope the cops catch him. Okay, class, let's get started.
Today's the third day of exams. Go ahead and start. What is the meaning of robota, the etymological root of robot? Slave labor.
Ooh, we can do this.
Sounds about right. Which of the following describes the density of stars in outer space? 3 Bs in all of Europe.
Ooh, we can do this.
Today's the last day of exams, huh? Well, it shouldn't be a problem for you. This has been so easy I might start yawning. You did perfectly. I can't wait to see your score.
The police are here again?
Yeah, seems like it's for real this time. Apparently one of our students is a phantom thief.
Seriously?
I read the same thing online. Apparently public security is already on the move.
It's me. There's something I want to talk to everyone about. I'll be at the hideout. I mean, our place.
It's open. Welcome.
Ah, you're the third year Okamura-san, correct? So good to see you. Please have a seat. Are you okay? Ah, yes. I'm sorry, I did come here because I wanted to, but I'm not exactly adept at saying what's on my mind. Oh, that's perfectly fine. I'm not all that great at chatting with people either.
Excuse
Oh?
me.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. How about some snacks? No need to be modest here.
You have my
Thank you.
thanks.
I'm alright though. I must be pretty weird, right? I came here for counselling, but I can't seem to say anything.
Well,
Not weird in the least. Just take your time. I'll go at whatever pace you need. And if you still don't feel comfortable by the end of our time, well, just have some tea and head on home for the day. I do enjoy tea time. Perhaps I'll feel more relaxed if I think of all this in that way.
quite.
Absolutely. Nobody's going to de-stress if they come in here all worked up like I have to talk right now. Thinking of this as just sneaking away to relax with some tea would probably help you feel more open. Relaxing with some tea. I do that quite often, but on my own. Do you find that more relaxing?
Yes.
The people closest to me in my life, they don't really feel like people I could sit and enjoy some tea with. Even my family was always focused solely on work.
I see.
So, was mealtime essentially the same setup as tea time?
Yes.
Meals where we actually ate together were almost always uptight dinners at work-related events.
I see.
I've never been to upscale social events, so I'm not sure if I should ask this, but, well, didn't you ever feel lonely? Lonely? Yes, I think so. If I were given the chance, I would have only wanted to spend more time with my family. Why don't we call it a day now? Feel free to stop by again anytime you like. Oh, yes, I do apologise. It seems I extended this tea time much longer than I had intended. No problem at all. If anything, I'm happy to hear it. I'll make sure to pick up snacks that pair well with tea. I received word from Futaba-chan about our upcoming meeting. There's still some time until we meet though, so I'm going to go take care of my flowers first. See you later.
I suppose plants do need watering after all. Oh, I know. You should go help Haru. I'll let the others know.
How troubling.
Do you want some help?
Oh, have you come up here to assist me? You, heard that, didn't you? I'm not worried about the garden, in case you were wondering. It's just, so much has happened to me lately.
Any way I can help?
Well, perhaps I could share this with you. I mean, it would be nice to have someone who is aware of my current situation in life. The source of my worries is my father's company. Dealing with the aftermath has been difficult. Given how unexpected the accident was, my father didn't have a will. All of his stocks transferred to me. Which means suddenly, I'm the biggest shareholder in a company of over 1,000 employees. But I don't know the first thing about business direction or fund management.
Are you going to be okay?
I am. Sorry, I didn't mean to worry you. It's just... I know I'm the president's daughter, but I never thought I'd actually end up involved in company business. Because of that, lately I've been meeting with all the various officers and lawyers my father employed. They've been giving me advice on all the things I'm not entirely sure about. Assets, stocks... It's clear some people only want to get on my good side, though. I don't know who I can trust. They try to sound comforting by saying things like, "Don't worry," or "Leave it to me." But it feels like they're really only being nice so they can get their hands on my bank account. I never realized I could be this distrustful of other people. I'm sorry for ranting on about this matter. I feel as though doing so has helped me calm down a bit, though.
No, I could... Well, I wouldn't even be able to imagine like, the amount of stress that kind of person would have to be going through for that.
Only people I've consulted up to this point have been employees. But I think what I really needed was someone closer to my own age. Closer to my own viewpoint. If it isn't too much trouble, could we speak about this again some other time? In return, I'll... What can I do to help you? I don't have any unique talents. How about this? You know, gardening. I'm actually quite skilled at it. A few years ago, I even managed to grow a tropical fruit on the balcony at my house. To be honest, this is what I do when I'm alone. To take my mind off of everything that's happened. Oh, that's right. I stored some vegetables in the refrigerator down in the home economics room. You still have some time, yes? Would you mind waiting here a moment?
Okay.
I grew these right here in these very planters and harvested them myself not too long ago. There's not much consistency to their colors or shapes, but
What kinds are there?
you'll find out once you eat them. Just kidding. It's mostly normal things like tomatoes and zucchini. They're definitely unique, though. Speaking of which, I have a favor to ask of you.
Okay.
I'd like to get Sakura-san's opinion on my vegetables. Do you think I could bring my next harvest over to your cafe?
That's a great idea.
Thank you. I'm sure Sakura-san will give me his honest opinion. I'll make sure this next harvest is particularly good. Well then, shall we head over to the hideout?
Congrats on surviving midterms.
I think I'm screwed for real this time. I couldn't concentrate at all.
Gathering everyone's opinions and immediately acting upon them. In order to make that natural course of action a reality.
Again? It's so damn loud!
More importantly, what's this you want to talk about?
You said that something was on your mind before, but were you able to figure out what it was?
The medjed that I banned wasn't the real one.
Huh? Aren't you the real one, though?
Oh, the guy who called himself medjed after me isn't the one from the other day.
What do you mean?
The code written by that guy the other day is different from any of the past medjed.
And that means...
A code is like your fingerprints. No matter how you try to disguise it, your own quirks appear in it. The one from the other day was all cut and pasted with no consistency. No skill at all.
But aren't there multiple people across the world that are part of Medjet? Couldn't it have been done by someone that joined recently?
How do I put it? That code was so not done by anyone interested in cracking. At all. At the very least, there's no way it was an official medjed member.
So someone used the Medjed name to provoke the Phantom Thieves?
Could they have been doing it for fun? It was around the time our group started getting popular, so maybe they wanted in on the hype.
Wait a moment. What if it's the other way around? Perhaps they used the Medjed name to make the Phantom Thieves known.
What? That makes no sense!
I actually thought the same as Makoto.
Why's that?
Know how I just said that code is like fingerprints? I found those same fingerprints somewhere completely different.
Where's that?
The Phantom Aficionado website. There were traces of it being illegally tampered with from the outside.
For real?
For summer vacation, the access counter was made to be much higher than the actual number. Same with the rankings, particularly the time when President Okumura ranked first.
So then, the one who provoked the group and the one who tampered with the site are the same person?
I think I'm starting to see the big picture. Both Medjed's provocation and the tampering of the website brought attention to us as a result. On top of that, our reason for targeting Okumura was influenced by the public and the rankings. The perfect timing and the perfect target. If both of those had been set up...
It would all make sense.
So the culprit was planning to put the blame on us from the start? No way.
This is all hypothetical. We lack any hard evidence. But if all your deductions happen to be correct, that would mean we've been playing right into their hand for the past 2 months or so.
We gotta be overthinking things. I mean, we're talking both the rankings and Medjed. Everyone made a big deal about it. If this was all set up, then what kind of guy did we make an enemy of?
There's no point in getting anxious over speculation. Regardless, we'll be falsely charged at this rate, and with murder. We must overcome this.
But we don't even know who we're up against.
Hey, you think we're falling into another trap, even at this very moment?
Calm down.
Yeah, this doesn't mean that we've lost yet. Even if this is the actions of a meticulous enemy, we'll just have to get back at them. We need to find clues, no matter what.
Me? I was told you recommended this reassignment yourself, sir. Why would you choose someone as inexperienced as myself?
When the case of the Shujin principal was ruled a suicide, you thought to reopen it. And you proved its connection to the Phantom Thieves. This is based primarily on that achievement.
I'm honored, sir.
The Phantom Thieves issue is now a national crisis. Expectations are exceedingly high for us public prosecutors, as we are the executors of justice. Personnel and planning will be up to you on this case. You will also have the police under your command.
Wow, okay.
I'd like you to oversee this operation. You've yet to give an answer. Will you accept the task of eradicating the Phantom Thieves?
I will give it everything I have.
We'll have to prepare a higher position for you as well in the event that you succeed. I don't wish to apply extra pressure on you.
No, of course not,
But
of course
I
not.
assume your odds of success are high. Naturally, failure to accomplish this task is unacceptable. Do you understand?
Of course. I will live up to your expectations no matter what it takes.
That is all then. I expect good results from you.
I'm home. Hi, sis. Should I warm up dinner for you?
No, it's okay.
How about a bath?
No need. I just came home to get a change of clothes.
Are you going to stay at work then?
I've been entrusted with a very important task.
You look awful, though. Aren't you tired?
As an adult, there will be times when you will accept an assignment for which failure is not tolerated. It's all over for me if I can't win this.
Still, if you were to collapse from exhaustion...
This is my one chance to get a promotion. I heard detectives have been coming to your school. That must make it hard to focus on your studies. Don't worry, though. It will all be over soon.
What do you mean?
I'm going to catch the Phantom Thieves myself.
Oh.
Is that the important task you mentioned?
It's none of your concern.
Oh my god. Sis has her sights set on the Phantom Thieves, and on Shujin Academy in particular. This is bad. I need to let everyone know.
Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. Things have become somewhat troublesome, everyone. Just try to stay calm. What's wrong? Sis told me she's been entrusted with an important task regarding the Phantom Thieves. That means, yes, the SRU must surely be on the move at this point. That's bad. Wait, weren't they already investigating us, though? The police were doing so in secret. This operation is on a much different scale. Hold on a sec. What's this SRU thing anyways? The Special Investigations Unit, an elite team that deals with huge cases like government scandals. I've heard that name on the news. They make headlines often. The really insane part is they haven't lost a case against a suspect in like 50 years. If they come after you, you're screwed. They're the best investigation force in Japan. Are we going to be arrested? Doesn't this countermeasure seem somewhat extreme? Right or wrong, I think we're just way too famous at this point. As this is a country governed by law, they can't afford to ignore us for any longer. We may be the Phantom Thieves, but this is miserable. They probably have a pretty narrow suspect profile by now too. Hey, don't scare us like that. It's okay though, they don't have any evidence. Yes, I expect they're frantically searching for some as we speak. Not where they're going to find anything though. It's only a matter of time. We have to hurry and do something about this.
Everything's going to be fine. Unless they know about the metaverse, there's no way they'll get any info on us.
Some real convenient timing for the prosecution though. Find the true culprit, elude the investigation team. And of course I'm not allowed out anywhere.
Hey, hey!
Let's put my kindness up a bit.
Yes!
And we'll watch the DVD.
Oh!
Get that finished up.
Well, where's the manuscript? Can't do this. I'm done for. Just keep writing. The president can still grant you an amnesty.
The editor demanded a manuscript, but the writer only hung his head in defeat.
For real?
This is no time for writer's block. How is he going to make the deadline?
Oh!
So we finished watching 31, huh? We were pressed for time ourselves, but we made it. Maybe we've learned a thing or two back in guts from watching this drama.
Okay.
Let's go return the DVD soon.
Well then.
Trying to max out these last 3 stats now.
Damned phantom thieves.
Haven't they found the Phantom Thieves yet? The government and the police are useless. Are they even trying? Wish they wouldn't spend tax dollars just to sit on their asses. A mysterious group of murderers and inept government. What's the world coming to these days? Everyone's talking trash about us. The police are here again? How many times has this been now? Our school's gotten famous for all the wrong reasons. They revoked her honor status? This school is so messed up. I wonder if the culprit really is from our school.
They were there today too, right?
Yeah. What do those damn cops think they are? They can't just stare us all down like that.
Maybe the rumors are true. Maybe there's a phantom thief at our school.
Okay, quiet down.
The police are here at the school, so be sure not to get in their way. Oh, and for various reasons, the school festival got moved to the 25th. There was talk of cancelling it, but we couldn't just do that. I'm sure the preparations will be rough, but don't push yourself too hard. Really? On a weekday? What kind of reasons are there? With all this stuff about the principal and Kamoshida this year, I guess it's no surprise. Apparently the police are going to be interrogating all of the students here. Seriously? The police are at shooting, they haven't come to my school. It seems they're calling students individually out of class to speak with them. Wait, does that mean we're going to get called in too? Second years will start in the afternoon, make sure you prepare yourselves mentally for this. They've got to be looking for the culprit, right? Who knows? Be careful guys, you should probably try not to say much. They'll see through any lies you might try telling. I know. In any case, don't tell them anything unnecessary. Oh, this'll be fun.
Well then, next up is Takamaki-san and...
Tex.
You two will go together. Huh? Why together? Why? They'll probably have one of you wait outside. That's how they've been doing it so far. Oh yeah, right. Those are the instructions the detectives gave us. Just don't say more than is necessary and try and get it over with quick.
Take a seat.
We're sorry to take your time. This will be over quick. Let's see.
Tex.
Ah yes, you're the one currently under probation. It says here you had a dispute with Mr. Kamoshida?
Yeah, that happened.
You're more hot-blooded than you look. You spend time with quite an interesting group. Yusuke Kitagawa and Haru Okumura? The more friends, the better, right? I'm sorry to have taken your time. You're free to go now. Oh, I almost forgot. There's just one more thing I have to ask you. Do you think the Phantom Thieves are associated with this school?
I hope not.
Don't worry. We're here to keep all of you safe, okay?
Thank you for your time.
Your responses will serve as great reference material. Takamaki-san is next. Could you ask her to come in?
I can't help but think that one of them are going to break. I hope not.
I got so nervous, I almost stuttered a few times. I thought I was used to police questioning by now, too.
Seems we were all asked the same questions.
That's how they get you. They do that on purpose, then wait for someone to slip up.
I hope you didn't.
It was probably fine. Oh, I would have been done for if they saw how sweaty my hands were, though.
To think my name would come up as well.
Sounds like we can't take the police lightly either.
Hey, didn't you think that detective guy was scary?
Yeah, he was.
Especially those eyes. It was like they were smiling, but not.
I'm sorry for all of this. It's because of my sister.
That's not true, Mako-chan.
It's not as though I hadn't predicted this would happen. And now that it's become reality, I'm unsure of what to do.
We need to make sure we don't draw suspicion, and work to clear our names. Right?
Right.
It ain't your fault, Makoto.
I'm gonna try to see how far along this investigation really is.
I'm worried about the police too, but as of now, anyone in this city could be a mole.
We were so popular too.
Haru, can I ask you to search your father's belongings for clues about a possible culprit? I know it may be tough on you.
No, it's okay. Now isn't the time for me to look away.
As for everyone else, you need to be cautious of how you spend your time at school. So, I've decided to have you three second years join me on the school festival executive committee.
Why?
It will allow us to gather without drawing suspicion. Plus, trying to blend in will only do the opposite.
Fine.
I agree. The more time I have to kill, the more time I'll spend worrying about all this stuff. No matter what happens, I don't want to regret my decisions.
Don't jinx it!
It would be no surprise if they came directly to our homes for questioning. They showed up at your school after all. I should remain cautious.
For now, the best option is to stay on the defensive. But we won't make progress at this rate. Let's try and figure out who the real culprit is somehow, okay?
Of course.
There's too much defense, and they keep saying that they need to find out who the culprit is, but they're not doing anything about it. This is bad. Someone totally framed us. Yeah, I fucking know.
Oh!
Kindness, charm, knowledge, guts, proficiency. Let's do kindness.
Okay.
Let's start up Train of Life. So should we use a trick? It'll let you roll the dice more times than normal. Yep. Well, some are off to a good start, and we have a good amount of money too. This intermediate course is looking pretty simple.
Oh!
Right, there's something rising up from the ground. Is that a gate? We can't get through. Snap, snap, snap. I'm the alligator who watches over this gate, hence why they call me the alligator. Oh god. Give me a number to open the gate. Snap. I'll give you 3 chances. Snap. Another one of these weirdos. Just our luck. So the numbers that open this lock are 3, 5, 7, and 9. Snap. Roll 2 dice and make sure they add up to one of those numbers. Snap. I'll give you 3 chances. Snap. That's 10. It's 12. 7. Oh, you rolled a 7. You're impressive. I'll let you through. Oh, the gate's opening. Alright, let's head onward to the goal.
Nice!
Final Fantasy! The secret technique book helped, huh? You're always looking for the most efficient way to do things. I admire that about you. Well, it seems you learn how to keep your heart open, even in the face of brutally unfair requests.
Yeah.
Yes. I have another suggestion. Call for the arrest of the Phantom Thieves, then mobilize the police. The rest will go as you mentioned. Still, I'm truly amazed at the atrocious methods you come up with.
Wonder what kind of people the culprits are? Probably some idiots with a misguided sense of justice. Look, can they just arrest those guys already? Special Investigations is on it, I'm sure they'll be caught soon. What kind of people are they? I want to see what they look like.
What's going on?
I totally froze up when the cops talked to me. I bet they consider me a suspect now. How much longer are they going to do this? We should be busy preparing for the school festival right now. Why did the school decide to have the festival so late anyway? I mean, changing the date just because our school's all over the news? Moving it to next Tuesday and it makes more work for us. We won't be able to invite friends from other schools now that we're holding the festival on a weekday. It'll also be an inconvenience to anyone we already invited. And what about the post-festival party? Will there be enough people for the student sharing special? It's going to be a real weird festival with morale so low. How's it going, Daz? Welcome to the stream, my friend. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Hope you're enjoying your start to the week. Speaking of the annoying media, we've been getting phone calls in the faculty office. The absurdity of it all. Who exactly are the Phantom Thieves? That's what we want to know. It's been a good day. Good to hear. How was work? Before I carry on with this, I'm actually going to go grab another drink and go pee and stuff, so I will be right back. Okay? Right, and I'm back. Right, let me make sure that still looks okay. Yep, looks good. Okay, right. We really have no clue what methods they're using. Killing someone without directly interacting with them is like magic. Speaking of magic, did you know that there's a magic in math too? A magic square. It's a square in which adding up the numbers in any row, column, or diagonal gives you the same total. Text, please look at this.
Do you know this one?
Now, tell me the total count for each column in this magic square.
This is it.
Correct.
That's correct. It's easy once you know which numbers fit in the empty squares. It's a 3x3 square a 3x3 square only has one pattern, but a 4x4 square has 880 possibilities. In a 5x5 square, there are more than 200 million. Can you believe that? Well, really? Tex seems kind of smart, doesn't he?
Nice going.
Free knowledge point. Even though I don't need it. If you had to choose, would you try to find the Phantom Thieves or solve 200 million magic squares? I'd choose the magic squares. Hands down, they might both be magic, but the magic squares can be calculated, and math doesn't kill anyone. Having everyone out there looking for the culprit is getting me down. So, what are we going to do as the school festival's XX committee? I'll need some help with the questionnaires. What questionnaires? The ones regarding who people want to see as the guest of honor. Oh right, that thing they do every year. You mean how those lame guests come to do a panel, right? The festival dates were changed because of the situation. We need to hurry and tally the results. Come to the student council room once classes are over. Oh, that's so damn boring. Don't be like that, it's so we can meet up without standing out. Let's do what we can at the moment. I'm making sure to work hard at home. But you do that all the time. I can look stuff up. So did you find anything, Haru? I bet that. No good, huh? I'm sorry. Got a raise suspicion if I ask too many detailed questions. No worries. I'll manage on my end somehow. But counting on you. I can't go, but message me if anything happens. I will leave this to you guys. My apologies, but I cannot be of much help in this situation.
Damn it. We don't have time to be doing crap like this.
You don't need to keep mentioning it. We're doing this to keep suspicions off of us, remember?
Goro Akechi. This one too. Akechi.
They're mostly the same over here as well.
Everyone's so eloquent when they can be anonymous. It's like they never accepted us to begin with.
It would be nice if you did some work too, Ryuji-kun. You came to help us count these, right? Come on, leader. Can you tell him too?
Take this seriously?
We're gathering information too. You know, like online and stuff.
I guess that's one way of saying it.
Whoa, look here. This ain't good.
Criminal profiling? The acts of thievery committed by the Phantom Thieves are mere fakes. And their true goal is murder? Every heart they changed before Okumura was just a warm-up?
So now they're accusing us of being a bunch of killers.
God, this is so effing stupid! Damn it!
We have the results. First place is Goro Akechi.
What? Akechi?
What are you so surprised for? We've been mentioning him this whole time.
Seriously? Not some singer or an idol?
It's because of us that his popularity has skyrocketed.
We're the ones counting the results. Can't we just make him up? We don't have to get him.
People will figure that out. He won by a landslide.
I knew people would vote for him, but this is way more votes than I was expecting.
It would be best for us to avoid inviting such a clear danger upon ourselves.
I'd like a little more time to think about who to ask. That reminds me. How is Futaba-chan doing? She seemed like she was looking into something on her own. Has she told you anything?
Let's leave it to her.
We're not gonna get arrested because the police tracked her down, right? That's the last thing we need now.
Even one clue would work wonders for us. We should let her continue with her own investigation. I hope she finds something.
Hey. In response to the police identifying the Phantom Thieves as primary suspects, Goro Akechi had this to say.
Even though my opinion has been met with criticism, I've held fast that the Phantom Thieves are not just. However, I believe the recent series of suspicious deaths is unrelated to their actions.
Wow.
What? Did I hear you correctly?
Wow.
But Akechi-san, you were the first to caution everyone about the Phantom Thieves. Were you not?
This doesn't change the fact that they are indeed a dangerous group. That said, I would like to express that immediately linking them to this case is far too hasty. There are still many questions to be answered here. It feels as though there is more to this.
After this conference, Akechi-san announced he will be limiting his media appearances and...
I wonder why the sudden change.
I'm super stuck on my Okumura investigation. Seriously? Even you're having trouble with this shit? What should we do? Let's meet up and discuss our options as soon as possible. Tomorrow? The earlier the better, right? Though I still haven't come up with anything myself. It said 2 heads are better than 1, so I can only imagine what 8 heads may produce. That's a good way of thinking. It's totally an Inari idea. Okay, let's do everything we can right now. Even if it means crossing some dangerous bridges. Considering how far we've come, we can't be particular about our methodology.
What are you staring at your phone like that for? Oh, are you going through a breakup?
It's a secret.
Don't let things get complicated, okay? Having to keep dealing with that stuff later on is a pain. By the way, you haven't been causing any trouble, have you? I heard the police showed up at your school.
It's nothing about me.
As long as you're not getting involved.
Nope, not at all.
Well, fine.
Right, he wants me to stop by the shop. I can rank up. Oh, yeah. Catch, you can't rank up yet. Oh, I can rank Ifumi up. Oh, yes, I'm maxing it, Ifumi. Been waiting for this. Okay, she's ranked 7 at the moment. So I'll take her up to 7.5.
Good evening.
The gold key to victory lies in retreating. This means at times retreating is an effective strategy in order to attack with your next move. It may be good for you to remember that as well. I'm sorry, I'm not in the mood for a match right now. I can't teach you shogi right now, or rather, from now on. I'm a checkmate right now. My only option is to concede, but I can't seem to give up. I'm not sure what my next move is after this checkmate. Yes!
What?
What, you'll help me think? Thank you.
Actually...
Before we play, I'd like to talk to you about something. My mother told me that I should lose my upcoming exhibition match against the pro. What do you mean? What? It's a strategy she devised? She says that if I lose to a man, I'll get sympathy from women and as a result get more female fans. Then, when I make my comeback, I'll become a symbol for strong women everywhere. That way I can use the weekly magazine's popularity against them and instantly become famous. Well, that won't work. I wish I could agree, but I thought my mother may be right. People do love a good comeback story. Coming from the TV industry, my mother does have a great insight for entertainment. This time around, I couldn't help but argue. It's the wrong thing to do. I actually got into a fight with my mother. It wasn't the first time, but what made me sad was I realised my mother doesn't see me as a shogi player. She said that there's no need for me to be putting so much time and effort into shogi,
It's terrible.
and that once I become famous, I can quit shogi and make money from my looks. The only reason she continues to support my shogi career is so she can profit off of me as an idol. She doesn't mind if I lose a match as long as I build my reputation and make money. To my mother, shogi is just a vehicle to make me famous.
However,
Losing on purpose is wrong. Even if it helped me to become famous and erased my parents' burden, I don't want to turn my back on shogi, a game that both my father and I love. Well, let's make her reconsider. If only that were possible. She's the type of woman who never changes her mind. She wants to achieve her unfulfilled dream of becoming a celebrity through me. I highly doubt she would ever reconsider. What's your mother's name? It's Mitsuyu Togo. What does it have to do with what we're talking about? What does that detective think he's doing? He's just trying to get popular, isn't he? He wants to stand out. Just hurry up and arrest the Phantom Thieves already. I'm curious. It seems like he knows something. I bet he found out some really juicy secret. I'm not going to be able to go into the metaverse today.
Makoto, has Nijima-san told you anything about the investigation?
His voice seems different all of a sudden. Daz, I don't like it. His voice seems different.
Well, Sis actually stopped mentioning anything about work in front of me. It's possible I made some sort of mistake. Regardless, I thought over the matter of who we're going to invite for our school festival. I'm considering asking Akechi-kun.
For real?
I also think it's the right idea.
Weren't you talking about how you didn't want to draw danger to us or whatever?
I understand this is dangerous, but without a powerful source of intel, we won't be able to win against the police network, and I can no longer rely on my sister for information. Wait, is this because of Akechi-kun's police connections? You're going to use him as your powerful source of intel? Bold move. I'm surprised to hear that suggestion coming from you, Makoto. Did you see his press conference yesterday? One of his comments defending the Phantom Thieves stood out to me. There is more to this. I think he said that knowing for certain that the Phantom Thieves would be watching.
Still, there will be so many other students at the school festival. What are the odds of success?
It's a gamble, and the odds are less than favorable. But we can no longer afford to hesitate. What are your thoughts? Should we invite Akechi-kun?
Yeah, I'm all for it. Should be fine.
Okay then. Is everyone else okay with that?
I'm good. Whatever he says has got to be more reliable than what I've been able to come up with.
It would be reassuring to gain him as an ally, rather than simply a source of information.
Foreshadowing.
How are we even gonna get in touch with him? It's not like we got his contact info.
Actually, I do.
For real?
Yes, I'm good friends with him. Thank you very much.
Send that my way, please.
I'll contact him right away.
Gotta say, I'm really not big on this Akechi deal.
You never are, Ryuji.
Now's no time to be petty.
Just think of him as a source of intel, nothing more.
I have a response already. He says let me think about it.
Wait a sec. Didn't he say he wasn't gonna do any more stuff for the media?
That's likely why he's so hesitant.
What are we gonna do if he turns us down?
I'll keep trying. Maybe frustrating, but he's all we have at the moment. We need him to do it no matter what.
We're counting on you, Makoto.
Yep, didn't think I'd be able to go into the metaverse today. Who would have thought we'd end up relying on Akechi? Shall we do a test? The shop's open again today. I look forward to seeing you. Yes. More than happy to. Tex, are you sure you're going to be okay? I can sense it just by looking at your face. The death aura is emitting a strange light. Please be careful. Well then, what would you like to do today? Your fate is very interesting, so I'd like to try a different fortune telling technique. I've gone through all my books. Maybe I'll need some that are out of print. Where can I find some? Oh, never mind. Let's begin the verification test.
Is that so?
If that's the case... Shihaya's there. Iwai's there. Fuck it. How's it going, Jeff? Long time no see, my friend. Lockdown life is fine. I'm still going to work, still doing my shopping, minimizing when I go out. But when do I go out other than work and shopping anyway? Never. I'm always far too busy streaming, playing my games, hanging out with friends online. It's what I've always done. It's what I always will do. It's where I'm most comfortable, staying at home. It's incredibly rare I ever go out. As I say, unless it's work or shopping. So, but how about you, sir? How's your Monday? How's your lockdown? Are you ready for Christmas? Are you all prepared? Do you have all your presents? Are they wrapped or anything? Maybe I should invite you to Booktown. Jimbacho, there's a lot of used bookstores there. It's a bit far, but let's go. I wonder if the stores are still open.
Wow.
I see, the prices at a used bookstore are also low. There's a lot here. Which ones would be good as a reference? Ooh. Autobiographies. The lives of people who have left their names in history. True, those would be worth reading once. There is a lot to learn from their stormy lives. Also, you know those self-help books? With those, you feel like just reading them is enough. You end up not actually helping yourself. I'd like to learn the ideas expressed in those books and use them to help my customers. All is well, all wrapped and ready. Did you get a copy of Cyberpunk? I did, because I bought it on GOG for like £27. Got all the Witcher games as well. Can't complain at £27 for all of that. So, yes, I have it. I've been playing it. VODs are still available. I've also uploaded them to YouTube, but they're not live at the moment. I do need to make them all live. But no, I have yet to do the final mission for Act 1, which opens up the rest of the world. I've just been doing side quest upon side quest upon side quest at the minute, trying to level up. That used bookstore sign says Study of Destiny. Well, a fortune-telling specific shop? Tex, let's go check it out. I feel like this place could feel like a second home. Thank you so much for today.
Good morning.
Hello, Kasumi.
Well...
Senpai, have you been sleeping more? You look kind of tired. It might not be my place to ask, but are you okay? I'm fine.
Yes.
Well, alright then. Oh, that reminds me. The school festival is tomorrow, isn't it? I had no idea that the preparations would take so much work. I underestimated it. But working with everyone to put everything feels great. I hope we have I hope we all have a fun time tomorrow. What about yourself? Did you get Cyberpunk? Are you enjoying it? Well, I'm going to do some training today, so please excuse me.
Hey.
You hear who we're getting for our guest this year? Oh, you mean Akechi, right? I kind of saw that coming. Everyone I know voted for him. Didn't say he wasn't going to make any more appearances, though. Why do you agree to come here? Cool, I got it for PS4, but I actually scored a PS5 sooner than I thought. I'm enjoying it a lot. God damn you, I still want a PS5. I ain't getting one, though. Not for a long while yet. I'm currently trying to save up as much money as I can, because I want to make a trip over to America as soon as possible. Currently saving up for a deposit for another house to move out. And at the moment, I'm currently paying off my monitor and my new capture card, which I'm using at the moment for streaming. So I have a lot of things I need money for. So yeah, PS5 will have to wait for a while. I've asked for money for Christmas and my birthday, which is coming up next month. So we'll see how much I get, just to help me pay things off. Didn't say he wasn't going to make any more rings, so what do you... Yeah, okay. It's probably has to do with the Phantom Thieves. Wasn't Akechi going around saying how evil they were before? Oh yeah, that proves they're connected by the school somehow then. Hey, you're right. Maybe you'll tell us some stuff about the case? No way am I going to miss the panel this year. I appreciate that, thank you very much. They'll just say whatever they want with no thought. But for now, we'll just need to ensure it, at least until we can get some more intel. I am doing my absolute best. Have been for ages.
Oh, yes.
I met a friend from college the other day. We got caught up talking about old times. Some of those old stories sounded too crazy to be true now that we've got so many years behind us. Sometimes people have a hard time remembering what's real and what's exaggerated. This kind of stuff happens to you guys too, right? But there's a reason for this. This phenomenon has a name too.
How about
Alright,
you?
Tex. From a psychological standpoint, what's a key reason our memories can differ from reality? Memory bias.
This is it. Right.
I'm not sure yet. I mean, last week I was meant to finish up my CV and put in for a new job up in Manchester, but I haven't done that yet. I do need to. I may do that tonight. Manchester is like a good 150, nearly 200 miles north of me. So that's a possibility. But otherwise it'll just be staying local. Like, I don't know, a couple more, like 5-10 miles at most difference. That's right, impressive. It's a type of cognitive bias that can impair or even alter your memories. Specifically, the name of the phenomenon in question is called false memory. Oh, is it? Yeah, there was a job going that's available at the moment that I would actually really, really like to go for, but as I say, it's just travelling there and moving there being the problem. Like the name implies, it's a case where our brain may generate memories that simply aren't true.
Nice going.
Knowledge point that I don't need. The difference between inaccurate memories and the facts can lead to a lot of confusion. Still, if your subconscious desire manifests as a memory, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. False memories, huh? But it's totally real to the person, right? What a strange concept. Oh, our grades are out. How'd you do? Damn, I'm dead. Hey, look at that. Look who got the top score. I wonder what score I got. I'm top of the class. Yes.
Hey.
That's amazing. Everyone's going to have their eyes on you now. More knowledge points, is it? Or charm? Charm. Which, again, I don't need. Good to know I got top of the class, though. Any word from Akechi? Nothing. But tomorrow's the start of the school festival. Will this be okay? If Akechi-kun declines our offer, we won't have a guest. Huh, that's what you're worried about? I appreciate the concern, but it will be fine. I just need to get Akechi-kun to agree to this somehow. Yep. What's that bastard up to anyways? He hasn't done anything since he said he was going to go into hiding. I'm not sure. I'll try explaining the circumstances surrounding the school festival to him again. Hopefully he can give me a response by the end of the day. I'll let you know if I'm making progress on that front. So how are you finding the PlayStation anyway? The new one.
Welcome
You
home.
enjoying it? Oh, hello, Akechi. Honey, I'm home.
You're back awfully late. How has business been for you lately?
Take a look around. Is the Nijima lady doing well?
Unfortunately, we haven't seen each other lately. We had a difference of opinion.
What are your thoughts, Representative Shino? It doesn't surprise me that people say our country is lethargic. We've let these phantom thieves run amok.
That man's voice.
And because they've targeted only prominent figures, our government leaders have been hesitant to act. I apologize for any concern they may have caused, and will henceforth search for an apt countermeasure.
That politician's really honorable. I like how quick he says he's gonna do everything.
This is an important undertaking, and one I intend to confront with every asset available to me. The selfish criminals enacting this social reform are in fact the ones most deserving of reformation. Answering to the interests of the people as hastily as possible is my natural duty as a politician.
Him having a bald head naturally makes me feel like I need to cosplay him. But I bet you any money those glasses would be a pain to get hold of.
Man, this guy is admirable.
Rampant political scandals, thieves on the loose. As sad as it is, this is the state of our nation. We must resolve this problem. And I assure the people of this noble country that I will do just that.
I feel like I've met that man somewhere before.
What are you standing there staring off into space for? You're creeping me out.
You're standing too.
Standing here is my job.
That politician is honest and carries an overwhelming amount of charisma. It feels
Charisma?
like a trustworthy leader for Japan has finally come forth. Don't you think, boss?
Sorry, wasn't listening.
Criminals, hmm? Well, that must be how he sees it. However, that is ignorant of their true nature.
Don't like politicians?
It isn't about liking or disliking them. It's more about how he suggests the Phantom Thieves be crushed when they've yet to be arrested. If this Okumura incident was not the Phantom Thieves, if they only change the hearts of criminals, then even though they can't be considered innocent, perhaps my goals are not so different from theirs.
Exactly. But they are innocent.
I knew there was something special about you. Ever since the first time we met, I feel as though I could tell you anything during our conversations. Oh, that reminds me. I've been invited to a panel at Shujin Academy, and... wait. I'm sure you know that already. Considering it's such a good opportunity, I've decided to accept the offer. Thank you for the coffee. It was delicious.
Glad you liked it.
I'm happy I could see you. I'll be going now.
Hey, accepted. Yeah, boy. That kid was going on about some real complicated stuff. He's probably a fair bit smarter than you, huh? Hey, you shut up. I got top marks in class. Oh, I didn't know, so I got a response from Akechi. He accepted the lecture invitation. I heard. Really? Either way, the real issue is what we do next. The lecture is on the afternoon of the second day, yes? Wait, you're coming to our school festival? It's during my exam week, so I'll be able to go in the afternoon. Can you afford that distraction? How's your studying going? Decently. Incidentally, will that counselor be at the festival as well? Oh, Dr. Miruki? Probably. I see. Finally, I should witness his skills for myself. Perhaps I should prepare a gift. They say first impressions are everything. I don't know if he'll even be there. If anything gets confirmed, I'll drop you a line. Much obliged. You want to come too, Futaba? Come on, it'll be fun. Seriously? I don't see why not. We should all walk around together tomorrow. Let's not. This is a perfect chance for us to relax, though. Haru, are you sure you're okay? Seems a little soon. I am, thank you. I've just always dreamed of walking around to my school festival with friends. I suppose if you can say it like that, I can resign myself to enjoying our time there too. Thanks, Haru. It's my pleasure. I know you have something on the Phantom Thieves. Come here, let's chat. Right, let's see who's available. Street Orator in Shibuya. I is in Shinjuku. Hifumi is in Kanda, but I haven't done the thing yet because I'm not allowed, so we shall go to Shinjuku.
Oh, honey.
Okumura Foods, that was unexpected, huh? And then your principal commits suicide? The public blames the Phantom Thieves for both incidents, but something doesn't add up. Maybe you're rubbing off on me, but I guess the journalist got to question everything. Hey, you have some information for me to share, right? Need some more information on the Phantom Thieves? So sit your pretty little butt down. Yes! I'm expecting a lot from you. Okay, take a seat. Hey, it's my #1 guy. What kind of news you got for me? I'll smack you if it's not good enough. Hey, you sure you're okay? What do you mean? You worried about me, Lala-chan? You're usually kinda... Man, I haven't seen her drink this much in forever. Wow, I haven't been drinking at all. I'm totally not drunk. Having trouble at work? Oh, you're sharp, kid. Truth is, my quota got doubled. It's gonna take like 4 times as much work to get that much done though. They're shackling me down so I won't have time for anything else. Ugh, my chief's such a shithead. He must not like you. Yep, that bastard probably knows something's up.
Damn it.
Before this, I was starting to feel like a real journalist again. The rush of investigating Kaio's case, uncovering the dark secrets hidden away by our corrupt society. But now, it's going to be impossible to run my investigation with this quota. That doesn't sound good. Guys, it's not good, but what am I supposed to do? They'll fire me if I can't reach my quota. Hey, Lala-chan, if they fire me, can I live here? I still won't help my investigation, though. The incident's over a year old and the authorities aren't doing shit. Maybe Kaio really was the true culprit. You should trust in her. That goes without saying. I mean, if I don't, who will? Watch your temper. What am I doing? I mean, I'm the one who dragged Kaio into politics. It's my fault they sent it up happening to her. You know, she started out in book publishing, mostly taking photos of nature and wild animals. She was a genius behind the camera, though. That's why I thought she'd make the perfect partner for me. Hey, you can't blame yourself. Kaio-chan was just as set on exposing the evils of society as you were, isn't that right?
Shit.
But if I don't get her involved, if I didn't get her involved in the first place, damn it, that incident is all my fault. That's why I've got to get to the bottom of it. You're a great journalist. Thanks. If I gave up now, I'd just be disgracing that reputation, right? You know, it's weird how calm I get when I'm talking to you. It's almost like you actually understand me.
Sorry.
Oh, and I'm sorry for snapping at you earlier. The stress must have gotten to me. It's just, all this quota business is driving me crazy. I'm going to have to put all my focus on that for now. I'll still be counting on you for Phantom Thieves stories, though, as long as you're up for it.
All right.
I think I'm going to have to ease off my investigation for a while too. I don't need any more eyes on me. But I might be able to ask some of my co-workers for help. Journalists will do anything for a scoop. Now then, I'll take any tidbit you have for me today. Hope you don't mind if I get back to drinking though. The whole conversation really sobered me up. It's getting late. I'll see you later. Hey kid, thanks for spelling on the Phantom Thieves earlier. If I'm being serious, I mean genuinely, actually serious, I really appreciate you. I'm only able to meet my insane quota because of the info you give me on the Phantom Thieves. I'll dig up some more for you. Yeah, keep it coming. You're seriously dependable, kid. But yeah, for now, guess I'll leave the intel gathering to my partners in crime. I've got to focus on meeting my quota. I'll never give up on my own investigation. Okay, let's call it a day. Looking forward to your next big scoop.
The festival seems to be a success.
There's definitely a lot more people than last year.
Well, yeah. This place got famous and all. Phantom Thieves, Kamoshida, Principal Kobayakawa. On top of that, we got Akechi as a guest.
There may be police officers in plainclothes, too. Actually, they probably are here. We better be careful about what we discuss.
Acting like normal students is going to be important.
What do you normally do at a school festival?
Look around at the exhibits and eat stuff?
There's no set rules for this kind of thing. Walk around and hang out, like when we went to the beach.
Just enjoy yourself.
I think I can do it if I've got everyone with me.
You're so laid back. There's a possibility that your name and Ryuji's have come up.
A number of the teachers had been questioned before, and even we were interviewed the other day too.
Don't let your guard down too much. It's true that the initial members have been at this for a long time, making it easier to get tracked.
All right.
Now, let's leave it at that. We just need to be mindful about what we're saying, correct?
Oh,
You seem to be having quite a lot of fun, Haru. You did mention that you were looking forward to this.
And I don't blame her.
I want to go around with everyone and eat at the refreshment stands.
This'll be a great change of pace from all the nasty stuff lately.
Shall we head off to the stands then?
Let's do it.
Oh, right. This is your first time at our school festival.
They're pretty good, from what I've heard.
I know a great one. Follow me. This is the place.
Made takoyaki?
Sounds good to me.
Customers! I'll show you all to your seats.
So, it's your classes stand.
It's still a refreshment stand, isn't it? It's like a deserted island here.
Well, I guess it's good for talking since there aren't any people here. We heard a lot of rumors even on our way here.
And it was all bullshit.
Here she comes. Act normal.
Who cares? There's nothing normal about this anymore.
Welcome home. May I take your order?
Take my order? What happened to the maid atmosphere?
There are a lot of odd flavors.
Stick to a normal one. I bet they...
I'm so sorry. We sold our last normal one to the previous customer.
The hell?
Well then, I'll have the mentai cheese takoyaki.
I'm sorry. We're out of cod roe.
Then how about the squid?
We're currently out catching squid. It'll probably take another 5 or 6 hours.
What the heck?
That doesn't even sound remotely possible. Ain't this whole menu just a sham?
Actually, we spent most of our budget on making the maid costumes look nice. We didn't put too much effort into the octopus.
Oh, I can see that.
Ryuji, you're making a scene. Then, what would you recommend with what you have now?
That would be the Russian takoyaki.
We'll have that, please.
This will take a little time.
Let's forget about the octopus and get back on topic.
On that note, hearing Kamoshida being almost treated like a victim makes me want to eat my stress away.
I've even heard conjecture that the principal was targeted for reasons like he knew too much.
I kept hearing about Goro Akechi's popularity.
All thanks to the Phantom Thieves.
You know, did that Akechi guy agree to show up here because he believes we didn't kill anybody?
Or he may simply love large gatherings.
Oh, true. He didn't seem like he minded being pampered by the media at all.
We plan on stealing intel, but we might fall into another trap. I'm gonna be bummed if that happens.
Oh, hell no. That is possible.
We won't let that happen. Still, it doesn't change the fact that we don't know what Akechi-kun is planning.
Thank you for the wait.
Ooh, it's fresh made. Lies. I heard a microwave go off.
Well, it's not like I was expecting crispy takoyaki at a school festival or anything. So, what makes this a Russian takoyaki?
Could there be jam in it as a secret ingredient? That sounds quite delicious.
No, it doesn't.
Well, one of these is special.
It's a Russian roulette. Oh my god.
One of them's obviously red. That's gotta be the one.
Dude, Don't tell me the Russian part mean...
It's like going for the obvious one is manly.
Is that so?
Well, I'd prefer the most beautifully shaped one. But all of them are misshapen.
Oh, aren't you all going to eat? I think I'll go for the special one.
Oh.
Wait, is she honestly going for it?
Do you want to go for the red one?
No, thank you.
Oh, you sure? Alright, then I'll just help myself to it. Not!
Oh, everyone's all here.
The panel isn't until tomorrow, though.
I came to check out the venue. I can't make any mistakes since a lot of people will be present.
Someone's eager.
But people ended up recognizing me. Everyone bombarded me with questions.
That's because you were sloppy.
I grew tired of the baseless rumors they kept bringing up, so I escaped to where there weren't any people. I'm going to have one of these.
Nah.
The special one!
Let's just call this my performance fee.
But...
It's fine. It's quite the...
Eating it in one bite is a bad idea.
My throat. This is... oh, my stomach. It burns.
Are you okay? Do you need water?
I'm fine. I just love spicy stuff.
Hey, does he sound broken to you?
Well then, I'll see you tomorrow.
Wow, he's really trying to hold it together. He's waddling around like some comedian.
It's like he wants to get picked up for some commercial or something.
But did he truly come to simply check the venue? This isn't good. I keep suspecting every little thing.
I know what you mean. I'm doing the same too. I need to do my best tomorrow. We need to somehow get him to be our source of intel. I'm gonna pull this off no matter what.
That Akechi guy. When he got here, didn't he say that everyone's all here? Everyone?
You're just imagining things.
I don't think she is.
So, I guess we got through all of it okay?
Yes, but the associated mental fatigue was extraordinary. Being cautious takes a lot out of you.
Seriously, I think I'm as tired now as I am after midterms.
I didn't mind any of that. I just love seeing that detective gulp down the special takoyaki.
Yes!
I had fun as well, since I got to spend time with you all. What would you like to do now, Haru? Walk around a little more? I appreciate the gesture, but I'm satisfied with stopping here. Why don't we go home and rest up? We'll have to deal with Akechi-kun again tomorrow, after all. I have to agree. What will his next move be? Oh?
Wait. Tex. Yusuke's missing. Where do you wander off to? Always doing whatever he pleases? Think he's still checking out all the festival stalls?
Let's head back.
Well, I'm sure he'll be fine. This is Yusuke we're talking about. Let's head home. He's been abducted. He's being questioned. Oh, okay. Excuse me. You are Dr. Takuto Maruki, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I.
My name is Yusuke Kitagawa. I'm a student in the Fine Arts Division at Kosei High. I do apologise for interrupting your day, but ever since Ryuji and Anne first spoke of you, I've grown quite intrigued. Now I wish to speak with you as well. Oh, Sakamoto-kun and Takamaki-san?
Quite.
Well, I'm flattered that you've taken an interest in me. You're here about the counselling, correct?
Indeed.
Correct. Now, teach me how to unshackle the human heart and glimpse into the endless abyss.
Hold on.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on there. How should I put this? Your enthusiasm is appreciated, but I suspect there's a huge misunderstanding about what I do. I apologise, I simply couldn't contain my excitement. Would you still permit me to witness your counselling skills in action? That's not really allowed.
How about
Oh,
it?
well, how about this? Why not try out my counselling yourself instead? Me? Mm-hmm. Of course, there's no charge. All you'd have to do is chat with me for a bit.
Well then.
Very well. You and I shall go head to head. I'm not sure what you think happens in counselling, but there won't be any of that. I see, so you were Madarami sons. It's in the past. How curious. I never imagined counselling to be like this.
Well,
I'd say this is less counselling and more about building a rapport. When someone first comes to see me, we always start with them telling me a bit about themselves. A method of self-reflection that relies on speaking with another person so as to sort through one's own emotions. That's rather similar to the internal cross-examination I perform when working on my art. There really shouldn't be any cross-examining in a proper counselling session though. I just do my best to guide patients in a positive direction so they can improve their lives. At the very least, I talk them through their problems so they can make the correct choices for themselves.
I see.
However, if you're the one leading them to their conclusions, are they truly making the choices for themselves? Isn't that just submitting to another person's will? In all honesty, I'm sure there are people out there who think that, but life in this world confines people to certain frames of mind sometimes, and without them even realising it. If I can help lift the weight off their shoulders and free their minds, I believe the results are worth it.
Indeed. Thank you.
Thank you very much for speaking with me. This has been a most valuable experience.
Oh, yes.
Before you go, Kitagawa-kun, what would you say is your greatest wish in life at the moment? Would it be success as an artist? No, that's not it. The only desire I have for my art is for it to improve through my own efforts. I see. Then what would you wish for? I would wish for the world to see my mother's painting, for the masterpiece that it is, no matter how briefly. And if at all possible, I would also wish to meet a wonderful master, one who would take me in and guide my brush with care. Ah, I see.
All right.
At any rate,
Thank
I must be going now, so please excuse me. I hope we meet again someday.
Well then.
Tomorrow's the moment of truth, Akechi's panel. Apologies for suddenly disappearing like that. The legend of the lost Inari has come to an end. Where the hell were you? Did you seriously get lost? I saw a man who resembled Dr. Maruki, so I went to see him. So he was there. Did you get to his counselling? Yes, it was certainly not what I was expecting. Once this is all over, I think I'd like to go to another session. Try not to cause him any trouble, alright? I'll do my best. Are you all at home? Yeah. Are you still at school, Yusuke? No, I just got back to the dorm. I'm getting ready for bed. Already? Is that unusual? Tomorrow's Akechi-kun's panel after all. An early night means you'll be able to concentrate tomorrow. That's true. We'll need to stay focused tomorrow. We have to stay calm no matter what he says. Right, I'll keep that in mind. It's really up to Makoto to get as much information as we can from Akechi. We'll have to make sure we don't miss anything. Photo time! I really wish I could save these, and it really bothers me that I can't. Man, even yakisoba looks high class when Haru's eating it. Please, you're exaggerating. I think this is my first time having yakisoba from a food stand though. It was more delicious than I'd imagined. It was. It wasn't the instant stuff, but still good. Yeah, don't know why, but food from a stall is always weirdly tasty. Speaking of, where are the pictures of us, Anne? You got pics of us too, right? How about the one you took of Tech's yakisoba with the big red mountain of ginger? Oh, no, that one went straight into the trash. I had dry seaweed all over my teeth. Yep, figured as much. I ain't going anywhere. Right, houseplant.
Nice.
Okie dokie.
Oh.
Right, let's finish the game on the kindness. See if we can max out.
Okay.
Let's start up Train of Life. So, should we use the trick? Yep. The advanced course is the only one left. Let's go for gold. Our opponents are extra tough since it's the last level, but I think things are going well for now. We'll probably end up in first place at this rate. Shoot, a hole opened up in the ground and swallowed our piece. Wait, is that some kind of a gun? The name's Artillery, the freewheeling cannon. Oh my god. If you don't give me a number I like, I'm going to blast you all the way back to the beginning. The trend of oddballs just keeps on rolling. I'm all for multiples of 4, that means you can get either 4, 8 or 12. Basically, if the sum of the two dice, yeah. Naturally, you'll have 4 shots at it, so if you win, let's see, I'll blast you to the finish line. Wait, so we can get all the way to the goal if we roll the right number? Let's do this, Dex. It's 9. 6. 5. 6. 4. There we go. Well, 4, you did it. Way to go. As promised, I'll shoot you on over to the finish line. All the way to the end in an instant.
Nice.
The secret technique book helped her. Still no max kindness? Oh well.
Oh.
So this manual says if you send in the password you get you see after the ending you get a prize. This is a promotion from years ago though, so there's probably no point in doing it now. But I guess it wouldn't hurt to write it down anyway. Yep, I already know where that place is.
Yeah.
I'm powering through this month.
Well then, we will now begin today's panel. Our guest of honor is Goro Akechi.
I feel kind of bad considering how many people have gathered. I'm sure you all would have been happier to have a singer or a mascot appear, wouldn't you say?
We'd appreciate if you could tell us about your experiences with the notorious Phantom Thieves. It'd be wonderful if you could let us hear more about your actual investigative process.
I'm not used to being the one interrogated, so please go easy on me.
How much do you think he knows?
He talks of how the Phantom Thieves are dangerous, yet he says they haven't committed any murders. Either he has an idea who the true culprit is, or he has uncovered the identities of the Phantom Thieves.
Come on, Makoto. You gotta get it out of him.
As much as you're allowed to say, would you tell us how far along your investigation is on them?
Getting right to the point, I see. Well, if it's as much as I'm allowed to say, then everything on TV and the internet is all of it. We don't have any leads yet, and the methods behind their crimes are still unclear.
I see. Even with this country's power, arresting them is proving to be difficult. Is that the case?
I wouldn't phrase it that way, but, well, something like that.
Thank you for answering that question. By the way, it seems you've denied a correlation between the Phantom Thieves and the murders. Why the sudden change? Until now, haven't you upheld your stance that the Phantom Thieves are dangerous? How are you so positive that they haven't committed murder?
Aren't you a little too comfortable interrogating people? Why, it's as if you're a prosecutor.
Excuse me. This is something I've personally been interested in, so I couldn't help it. But won't you tell us? What reason is there that you'd claim their innocence when you previously stated they were unjust?
Mako-chan's really pressing for an answer.
She's pelting him with questions.
Every person whose heart they changed have truly been criminals, including Okumura. Why then was he the only one who needed to be killed?
Why is that?
I must admit, I couldn't deduce a reason. That's why I believe that case should be thought of as if a different party is responsible. And if, this is all hypothetical, mind you, if the Phantom Thieves are the ones I know of, I can't possibly imagine they would kill anyone.
The ones that he knows of.
Your comment just now. Does this mean the police have already identified who they are?
Oh, no. The police haven't gotten that far yet. But I have my own conclusions about the true identities of the Phantom Thieves.
He's gotta be bluffing.
Pipe down.
He's lying, right?
But if it's the truth,
Your
planning on saying?
That's quite the confidence you have. If you're so certain, then very well.
Hmm.
I'd like to ask you then, who do you think the Phantom Thieves are, Akechi-san?
That idiot!
No. There's no way he could have any evidence.
They're people you all know quite well. The identity of the Phantom Thieves are...
I was going to say he's going to get cut off.
I apologize for the interruption, but I can't turn off my phone due to my job. Would you mind if I step away for about 10 minutes or so?
I'm terribly sorry, everyone, but we'll be taking a break. We'll resume the panel in 10 minutes.
Please don't troll me online for this interruption, okay?
Is there a room I may use?
There's the PE faculty office.
I want you to come too. There's a matter I want to discuss. Your friends from yesterday are here, aren't they? Can you bring them too, if that's all right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you set this up?
We only have 10 minutes, you know.
What do you want to talk about? No.
That's gotta be shopped!
I have video footage too. Please, let's not feign ignorance. All of you can go to that other world too, yes?
Which world?
Wouldn't all of you know more about it than me? I also know that when you traverse over there, your appearance changes as well. It's because of those mysterious powers, isn't it? I found out about that world about a month ago. This had been installed onto my phone without my knowledge. Dude, it's the nav. When the app activated on its own, the scenery around me suddenly changed. Quite frankly, I still can't believe it myself. But from the look of these photos, all of you seem quite used to it.
We've been listening to you blab on for a while now, but cut the delusional...
All of you are acting as Phantom Thieves in the metaverse. I can say so with conviction because I have the same power as you.
Fuck it, I'm just going to tell him.
So, you admit it then. In all honesty, I've been curious about you since the time of the Madarame case. But to think it would end up like this.
We didn't kill anyone!
I believe that as well.
How can you be so sure?
Because I saw another. The real culprit.
For real?
Who was it?
I couldn't identify his face. He had a mask on, after all. Actually, when I took these photos, I entered that world too. That's when I saw someone else moving about, besides all of you. He shot at me the moment he noticed me.
That's who killed President Okumura?
Most likely. At the very least, I was almost killed by him. I can't die here. I need to determine the truth. When those thoughts overcame me, I awakened to that power. A most fortunate accident.
This guy has a persona too?
This cat.
Oh shit.
I swear, it just talked.
Morgana, our teammate who taught us about the metaverse.
Really? This is unbelievable. But it is true that you know things that I don't. Say, Morgana, were you also the one who instructed them on how to change people's hearts? I experienced that world too. But I still haven't solved that mystery yet.
We go in the metaverse, we call them palaces, to steal the core of their desires, their treasure. And those whose treasure has been stolen have a change of heart.
Ah. There's certainly no way anyone could figure out such an MO.
Anyways, back to what you were talking about. Are we in this mess because of that guy?
Although I don't completely understand the method, all you do is simply reform people. Someone else is behind the murders. However, the police have decided that the Phantom Thieves did it. They'll arrest you at this rate.
They're going to treat me as my father's murderer?
I can't overlook such a grave mistake, which is precisely why I want us to strike a deal. I may be able to save you from this situation.
A deal?
I would like you to cooperate with me on investigating the truth.
And if we decline?
Then I think I'll have to inform the police about all of you, along with that video I mentioned.
This ain't no deal, it's blackmail!
To be fair, we wanted his help anyway.
Say what you will. This is the method that I believe is correct. The justice I uphold will not tolerate criminals who kill people at their leisure.
Justice.
You've heard that Sai-san is the one spearheading the investigation about you Phantom Thieves, correct? The higher-ups are concerned only with settling the case. They want to capture the culprits behind the psychotic breakdown incidents and end the commotion. Those are the ones who are putting pressure on Sai-san. I can only imagine her impatience.
What of evidence that we did it? How do they intend on proving it?
Even if there's no objective explanation to the method, it's over once causality is established. Sai-san can't make rational judgments at the moment. If she were to be cornered, well, she may even make up a confession.
Make it up?
So, they're gonna make it all our fault? Just because they feel like it?
We haven't killed anyone, though! And we're still going to be arrested?
You'll be found guilty if you're caught, and it will be treated as a very serious crime.
Bullshit! None of that makes any sense!
Exactly, Ryuji.
Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do alone anymore to stop the flow of things.
And that's why you want our cooperation.
Yes. In return, I'll turn a blind eye to what you've done. Those are my conditions. That said, I ask that you disband the Phantom Thieves after this.
What should we do about Akechi-san's proposal?
Let me think it over.
I see. I don't think it's a bad deal, though. Well, you don't have to decide at the moment. Considering this is you we're talking about, I believe you'll come to a favorable reply. I'm glad we could talk. It's been a while since I've been able to spend such a meaningful time like this. I look forward to your answer. It was definitely worth coming today, for various reasons. We should be getting back. About that, I'm sorry. Would it be acceptable if we ended the panel here? The reason why you called for me in the first place was because you wanted intel, correct? My business is concluded as well.
I'll deal with it somehow.
Damn it! He had complete control over us!
Not complete.
Hey, they're going.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry about the sudden break. An urgent task came in. So, I truly apologize about this, but I'll have to end things here today.
To make up for the time that was planned for this panel, the Rakugo Research Club will instead be...
I can't say anything in detail regarding the Phantom Thieves investigation, but I feel another great stride will occur again soon. I hope you all continue to pay attention to what happens.
Let's have a big round of applause for today's guest, Goro Akechi.
I'll be waiting to see when this will roll out.
Really our best course of action?
He totally used Makoto's suggestion against us.
Indeed. We intended to get intel out of him, but to think it would play out like this.
So what? We'll just accept his deal?
He's got evidence on us. We really don't have a choice.
Damn it! What are we gonna do?
Calm down, Ryuji.
How am I supposed to calm down? What are we gonna do?
What's done is done. We'll have to cool our heads and think more on this. We must make up our minds by the time he contacts us again.
We need to give this a lot of thought.
Similar occurrences followed in succession earlier this spring. Although things have quieted down until recently, several incidents have occurred once again. Furthermore, new information has come to light about the suspect who suffered sudden mental shutdown.
Why's he got a card?
He had received a calling card from the Phantom Thieves.
Why did Futaba have something like this?
Ah, shit.
If a calling card was delivered, we can only assume that the Phantom Thieves are behind it. If so, those occurrences back in spring can be attributed to them as well. Moreover...
I knew it. She's... Oh, God.
Fuck.
The post-festival party is about to begin in the gymnasium. Please join us, everybody.
Post-festival party? I thought this thing was over. Nobody invited you to it, so let's just go home.
Huh? Senpai, aren't you going to the post-festival party?
I'm not sure yet.
Then why don't we go together? Festivals don't come around every day, so we may as well enjoy it while we can.
Okay, if it's with you.
It seems like it's already begun. Let's get in there, Senpai!
Oh, okay.
And now, it's time for your favorite Shuji tradition, the student sharing special! But before that,
Oh my.
change things up this year.
How's it going, Senpai? Welcome to the stream, my bud.
We've got a huge surprise for you.
Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Podcast part 1 is out. It is indeed, as an hour ago, I believe. I think. Then part 2 is out tomorrow. Feel free to post the link if you want, mate. There's a dance club at this school?
Just standing around while everyone dances is embarrassing. Senpai, let's do it!
Tell people. I'm muted, can't hear you. Oh, okay. Yes, we do have part 1 of the special podcast out tonight. I think it went out about an hour ago, something like that, I think. Let me get the link, people. Where is the link? There it is. If anyone is interested, as I say, Christmas special is out already. Part 1 of it anyway. The next one is going to be tomorrow at 12, noontime. Essentially what we discuss with Lance, Senpai and Daz, or the PSP Gamer, is Gamers of the Year, about the lockdown, the coronavirus and all that stuff, and then the Game Awards and, of course, Cyberpunk. So please guys, go check it out. Feel free to listen to it. That link will give you the link to all of the previous episodes as well, right up until the latest one. So please go and check that out for us. Let's bust a move. Yes, of course, I'm dancing. Yes. No. Okay.
Very impressive, Senpai.
Hey, you're Yoshizawa-san, right? The first year? We've got a little favor to ask you.
Got it. I'm in.
Okay.
Senpai, I'll be back soon. They've asked me to help them with something. Just wait here and watch what happens.
Okay. Oh. Was that an invite to join her? I felt the party with Kasumi to call. I left the party with Kasumi to call off for a bit outside.
That was so exhausting, but what a blast! I feel like I danced my heart out back there.
As great as I expected.
Thank you.
Wow, that dance was amazing.
I know, right? I was totally blown away. It's my dad. He's telling me to come home before it gets too late. Sorry to leave you like this, but I have to get going.
Want me to walk you?
Thank you. I'll be alright though. The post-festival party was so much fun, especially with you. See you soon.
Aw. Still got declined to walk her back though. Gym's quieted down. Looks like the dance is over. Oh, to head home. Post-festival party is about to begin. Would you like to go together? I tried to think about what happened earlier, but that has gotten me nowhere. So I could use a change of pace. How about it? Are you going to the post-festival party? I've decided to go for work, but... Yo, you want to go to the post-festival party and try to calm down? We can't really decide on what Akechi was saying anyway, so I'm still pretty pissed though. Well, Mishuma's here with me. You should join us. I've already maxed out Kawakami, so that's not going to matter too much. I've already maxed out Ryuji and Mishima. Go with the lads. No, I need to rank up Haru, and I think that may help. But I really still want to go with Kawakami, even though I've maxed her and I'm obviously dating her and stuff. But that's the reason why I want to go, is because we're dating. Because you never know, if everyone's out in the gym, no one's going to be in the faculty office. It makes no difference, by the way. I figured as much. Oh, so it doesn't even matter if I go with Haru. It won't help rank her up or anything. Because, I mean, if not, I'll probably go with Kawakami then. Yeah, it doesn't help anyone. Okay, Kawakami it is. Let's go together. Well, if you insist. Thanks. I'll be waiting at the gym.
Alright, that was a great performance by the dance club. Everybody give them another round of applause.
Their effort is being ignored, and yet they continue to give it their all. That's today's youth for you, I guess.
You're quite dignified.
What? Anyway, about what Akechi-kun said earlier.
And now it's time for your favorite shujin tradition, the student sharing special.
I don't care what this is.
Round of applause, everyone.
Want to go someplace where we can be alone? There's something I want to talk to you about. Enjoy the post-festival party. Just stop by the Students' Association room when you're done.
Alone?
All right, who has something to say? Anyone? Anyone? No? I'll just have to pick someone then. How about the good sir over there?
What?
Well then, come on up.
I have a headache.
You're not shy, are you? He's either a carefree spirit who does as he pleases, or an airhead who's oblivious to the situation.
I should go see Kawakami. Yeah, just walk off.
Now that the audience is warmed up, let's move on to our next participant.
What is that sharing special meant to be?
That was quick. You know how Akechi-kun was talking about the true identity of the Phantom Thieves? Well, let me know if you're in any trouble, okay? I'll be there to help you.
That's reassuring.
Well, all I can really do is listen to your problems. No matter what's going on around you, I'll always be on your side. I know I always end up depending on you because you're so reliable. But depend on me sometimes, all right?
Ooh. Can I sleep on your lap?
No, we're at school, remember? It's not exactly a substitute, but I can give you this.
A Sadeo Taiyaki. It'll do.
This is embarrassing.
It looks delicious.
That's a relief. All right, I'm going back to work. Oh, and about what you just asked me to do, I'm pretty okay with it. As long as we're not at school.
Yes! See? That's why I go with Kawakami.
Safely.
Ah! She's so well written. God damn this game. Haven't a lot of people been losing their minds lately? Yeah, there's been a sudden increase. I bet it's because of the fan site. I heard the victims were on the rankings there. We should really be blaming the people who requested it.
Welcome home. You took off somewhere during the festival, huh? I tried to find you, but I gave up pretty quickly.
Taba? What are you doing here in front of the store?
I needed to calm my brain. My thoughts were getting out of hand. Not just Akechi, but other stuff too. We're in deep trouble unless we can do something soon. But anyway, I was just thinking about going inside, so your timing is perfect. Let's go.
Uh-oh.
The mass media has been causing quite a commotion lately. No countermeasure for the Phantom Thieves, the sorry state of the police, destruction of safety. They're saying whatever they want. So, how's the investigation progressing? Any clues yet?
Nothing that leads to a firm conviction yet.
What's going on here? Didn't you say that you were sure about closing this case? And I thought I told you that failure won't be tolerated. Well, this is troublesome. If things continue at this rate, never mind a promotion. We'd have to let you go entirely.
What the fuck?
But sir...
I had high expectations for you. But it seems this task was too much to handle for someone so young. We may need to reform the operation as well, since the selected personnel for this...
Please, let me see this through to the end. This case is something that I've always...
I know that you've been at this for a while now. Even before the police spared us the staff for it. If you can manage an arrest, I've made special arrangements so that you can question them personally. That's what you want, isn't it? The leadership of this country is about to change. We can't let this case carry over into their term. I'll make myself clear again. Failure isn't an option. We need results.
I understand.
You're allowed to take some bold measures if you need to. We need good results, no matter what. Oh, one more thing. If the unexpected happens to occur, contact me immediately.
To you, sir?
I said that failure isn't an option, didn't I? Yes. Everything is proceeding as planned.
I don't think it will. Not for him.
We're home. Sojiro?
I was cleaning up and found this. This is a calling card, right? I read about it online, too.
You went into my room without my permission?
I'll apologize as much as you want later. So, what is this?
That's...
Is it something to get flustered over? I knew it. This isn't just some game you're playing. Why aren't you saying anything?
Why did you keep it?
I mean, it was memorable.
Explain.
Explain.
Can't tell me?
Explain.
Hey, if this keeps up, Futaba's...
I'll explain everything.
I'm talking to Futaba here, you know. I'll get right to the point. Is this a real one? Did they trigger a change of heart in you? How about it?
Ever since Mom died, there was no exit. I was trapped in a labyrinth of my heart. I knew I had to leave it, but I couldn't do it by myself.
Futaba. Here, sit down. I can at least listen to what you have to say.
The Phantom Thieves saved me. They stole my messed up heart. It's the same as Mom's research. They changed my cognition.
Seriously? Wakaba's research about altering one's cognition. I wondered about it myself, too. Still.
When did you notice?
When she said she was going to go to the beach out of nowhere, and even the doctors had thrown in the towel. At first, I just chalked it up as other kids being a better support for you than any adult. But as I kept watching the tabloid shows here day in and day out, a thought crossed my mind. I thought your case kind of seemed similar to what these Phantom Thieves were doing.
Wow.
I'm still your guardian, you know. I'd never overlook such a drastic change in your behavior.
Sojiro.
But to think that Wakaba's research and the Phantom Thieves changing hearts were about the same thing. Back in the day, I used to be a government official. My job was to be the bridge between the country and the lab that Wakaba worked at. It's around that time that I got to know her. She said something odd when we were out drinking, that one of these days, she might die a bizarre death. Who wouldn't take that as a joke? I just laughed it off. But it happened exactly as she said.
I'm just thinking now, I know Shojiro's voice from somewhere, and it's actually starting to bug me as to where I know it.
If anything were to happen to you, I'd feel like I let her down. There's something I want to ask you. Judging from your attitude, you knew about this calling card, didn't you?
Jamison Price. He's done a lot of voice acting stuff. He was in Tenjo Tenge, okay. He was in Digimon Adventure. Apparently he also plays Mr. Satan in Dragon Ball Super as well. Okay. Yes, he was Chad in Bleach. That's where I'm knowing it from. Is there anything else that I'm recognizing him from? Oh, we did Giovanni and Archie in Pokemon Generations. Okay. I swear I'm knowing him from something else, though. Sorry guys, give me a sec. I'm literally looking up as to what voice acting he's done. Tales of Vesperia, oh, you know him from that, I think. He's done a lot of games as well. No, I think I know him as the commander from Monster Hunter World. I think that's where I'm knowing his voice acting from. Anyway.
You should have known that Futaba had a change of heart through the Phantom Thieves as well.
Yeah, it's Monster Hunter World is where I'm knowing from.
Is there a connection between you and them? The first incident of a change of heart was a teacher at your school. The kid who brought that painting here was a pupil of that artist who had a change of heart, wasn't he? And then there's Futaba. You always seem to be linked to these incidents somehow. Got anything to say?
You're sharp.
You think this is a game? You know what people call them? Criminals. Why did you introduce such dangerous people to Futaba?
That's not true! I asked them! That's why he saved me! He stole my heart!
Ah, fuck.
Asked? Stole?
Fucking hell, Futaba. God damn it.
Wait, are you saying that he's the one who changed your heart? He doesn't just deal with the Phantom Thieves. He's actually one of them? You're pulling my leg, aren't you?
This is no joke.
Are you serious? You really are a Phantom Thief? Oh, for crying out loud.
Sojiro!
So, basically, I've been sheltering a Phantom Thief for the last 6 months. And on top of that, Futaba's involved too. What the hell?
I want to find the culprit who killed my mom.
Wait, killed?
She was killed. I remember it now.
Stop this nonsense!
Why won't you believe me? Are you the same as everyone else? Didn't you know already? The way Mom died wasn't normal. Didn't you notice that her research was stolen by someone? Sojiro!
When she passed away, I did think it was odd. It was awfully fishy. But what could I do? All I was able to do was run from it all. Run away, hide, and end up here as some old guy running a cafe. To be frank, I took you in for my own good. Like it'd somehow make up for what I'd done. It's basically my fault that you got burdened with all this crap.
It's not your fault, Sojiro.
I acted all big, lectured, even yelled at you kids. And I end up getting consoled by her. God, real pathetic, aren't I?
That's not true.
I mean, the one who killed Mom's the one at fault.
I see. Don't worry. Even if you are the real Phantom Thieves, I have no intention of reporting or kicking you out. I mean, who would believe such a story? Unless they catch you red-handed, it's impossible to explain that you're the Phantom Thieves. Let me just say one thing, though. Immediately back out of a fight that you can't win.
What do you mean?
Don't you get it? If, by chance, you pissed off the same guys that killed Wakaba, then they're not someone that kids like you can deal with. Listen to reason, all right? We're done talking about this. Come on. Time to eat. All that yelling's
I
got
knew
me
he was
hungry.
cool. I knew he'd be alright.
Phew. If he turned us in, that would have jeopardized our operation. Still, we should tell the others about what just happened.
Yeah, enough. I do like him as a character.
I'm tired.
What? He knows everything? You gotta be fucking kidding. Wait, are you okay? Did he report you or anything? We likely wouldn't be receiving these messages if Tex was not okay. I had a feeling that Boss was no ordinary man, but he didn't recommend you turn yourself in, did he? I think in that case we can consider him a new ally. I'm more curious about what he mentioned to you. You mean how our enemy might be the same people who targeted Futaba's mother? Yes, she was killed by mental shutdown, the same method used by the culprit we pursue now. Wait a second though, didn't you say Boss had to run from it all? Does that mean someone was trying to stop the news from getting out? Who could do that? Who do you think the culprit could be? A government official. And you letting your imagination run wild a bit, but it would make sense. Wait a sec, if you're right then wouldn't the police be working for him too? That's not impossible. This is getting too big for me to even think about. Can we really win this?
We're gonna win, no matter what.
I guess the chief had an inkling after all. Well, I ain't going out anyway. Anyway, guys, I will quickly be right back. I'm going to go make another drink and go pee, so I'll be right back. And we're back. Okay, so
Sorry.
we've got Futaba up here. All this happened because I kept the calling card. It's so late already. Is Sojira still awake? This is kind of awkward. You can sleep on the sofa.
Hey, wait!
Wait, shouldn't you sleep on the sofa so that Futaba can go ahead and sleep on the bed? I'm gonna go home. Night. It's better.
Yep.
You're gonna force me to go straight to bed. Yep, knew it. Fucking knew it, didn't I? Let's call it a day and go to bed. Gonna have to.
That concludes the speech given by Representative Masayoshi Shido, who may be forming a new party. We now resume our coverage of the Phantom Thieves, the suspects for Mr. Okumura's death and others. The police have designated the Phantom Thieves as the country's most wanted fugitives, and have decided to reward anyone with information leading to the capture of the Phantom Thieves.
Wow.
Look. Those who provide information will be offered a reward of 30 million yen. And considering the high amount, it shows how extraordinary the situation has become. Reward money will be supplied by the police and the families of the victims. Further,
If I report you to the police and they arrest you, I supposedly get 30 million yen for it.
Only if we get caught.
I hope you understand the situation you're in. Even people who didn't have an interest before will be on the lookout for the Phantom Thieves. And it'll happen every day, even at school. Why did this happen?
I'm sorry. I didn't know it would.
I see. Well, how do I put this? I'm sorry I didn't realize it. It's also my responsibility that this happened. All I can do now is give you shelter. Just don't become desperate and do something reckless, all right?
Believe in me.
I won't sell you out. As long as you're here, there's nothing to worry about.
I feel bad about what we've done to the chief. I'm responsible too.
Did you see that reward? Perhaps we put too much pressure on them. With this, the Phantom Thieves have become public enemy number 1. Exactly. That will be when their curtain falls.
Hey, great!
Can't believe how big the bounty is. We should look for the Phantom Thieves ourselves. I guess you suggested they go to this school, right? Yeah, but let's not. There's been too many mental shutdowns as it is. It'll probably be the end of us if we start sniffing around now. But 30 million yen, man. Just let me dream a little. Yo, you seen the news? I'd braced myself for this possibility. Actually, having a wanted notice out for us feels kind of weird. I'm not sure we're going to get away this time. Our backs are truly against the wall now. Discussing it here won't do us any good though. Let's talk more in person.
We're wanted now. And the reward's 30 million yen? What is this, a comic book? It feels so unrealistic, I can't help but laugh.
They're finally being treated as actual criminals.
I'm positive now. Remember all of those what-ifs I mentioned before? All of this was truly set up. How President Okumura ranked first, the Fad before that, even Medjed. It was all to make the Phantom Thieves famous. On top of that, we were lured to target Okumura. Yeah, the enemy likely planned to lay the blame on us from the start, after we gained popularity.
Then what about everything we've done until now? Are the people whose hearts we changed and thought were corrupt actually not?
No, because of Yusuke and I, The Madarame and Kaneshiro cases were coincidental. Wasn't that the case with Kamoshida, too? Considering what happened with the rankings, only the previous target would have been used to lure us.
What a cheap trick to use.
Cheap? It's nothing of the sort. There's the fake Medjad and the site's altercation. They might have even engineered the fat around us. So much time and effort has been put into this. President Okumura probably wasn't their only target. Perhaps they intend to place all blame of past and future psychotic breakdowns on our group.
That's why I said we shouldn't jump into things so carelessly.
What, so this is my fault? Even you agreed to it in the end. And there was that thing with Haru at the time. How are we supposed to ignore that, huh?
I'm sorry. This was all because I one-sidedly decided that my father was a criminal. All I could think about was my fiancé. If I had only been able to cope with it more calmly.
Haru?
It's not Haru's fault. I should have spoken up too when Principal Kobayakawa died.
Damn it! This is bullshit! God! Fuck!
Almost.
Ryuji! Taking out your frustration on things doesn't help anyone.
Hey, what do you think? Why did we lose? What did we do wrong?
They baited us.
It's probably because we weren't acting like ourselves.
Yeah, I wonder who fucking wasn't acting like themselves, you selfish cunt. Fucking cat.
At the time, we only cared about the opinion of the general public.
Yeah, that really is it. I was so caught up in making a name for ourselves. I'm such an idiot! I became a phantom thief because I hated those same kinds of adults!
To think we had begun clinging onto fame and a place to belong that our eyes had become clouded.
We were meant to be the righteous phantom thieves, but we lost sight of our original cause.
I'm so irritated with myself.
Makoto.
Damn it! I know that we've been set up, and that I was a complete idiot too! But still, it's so damn frustrating! Of course I want to do something about this!
Yeah. We'll be in deep water at this rate. However, we have no idea who we're up against, and whether they're an individual or an organization.
Furthermore, they must be in a position of power, or have powerful backers if they can go so far.
Are we really a match for this?
Should we end this now? I mean, things might get worse for everyone.
Hey, what should we do?
We haven't lost yet.
Yeah, running away with our tails between our legs is exactly what they want. We'd be dumping everything we stand for just to save our own asses.
I see.
I take back what I just said. I can't let it end like this. Absolutely not like this. Looks like we're settled on what we want to do. All that's left is how we go about it. Yeah.
I'm interested to see where this is going.
Hey, it's me. About me yelling earlier, being framed, and the added bounty, it all felt like such bullshit. I lost it. I'm sorry.
I know how you feel.
You too? It is confusing. We're wanted criminals now. Maybe I haven't changed at all since that time we went up against Kamoshida. I wanted to be a phantom thief because I thought even someone like me could be a hero. It made me so happy to be depended on. Guess it all went straight to my head. I thought I could do anything if it was for justice, but that'd make me no different from our targets. I called them shitbags, but I must be the shittiest of shitbags. I can't even joke about it.
You can still change.
You're right. changing who I am now. Thanks. I feel like I can think straight now. Oh, I scared Haru and Futaba, didn't I? I'll have to apologize to them soon. See ya.
I got a message from Akechi-kun. He wants us to gather at LeBlanc tomorrow after school. Who does he think he is, trying to boss us around like that? Tomorrow? That's sudden. This is directly after the reward announcement. There must be a calculated reason for this too. We'll be okay, right? We'll manage. Yeah, we're going to overcome this together. Regardless, I don't want anyone disturbing our pace anymore. Let's go about this calmly. We'll see you all tomorrow.
We've reached a crucial moment. There's no point fretting about it now, though. Let's just stay calm and wait for tomorrow. Okay.
We can't let things end here. We need to figure out who's behind everything. Of course. Fuck.
Oh.
Yeah, right. Can I actually go anywhere? No, I can't. Okay.
Nice. Oh.
Right, let's go for guts.
Okay.
I started power intuition.
Well then.
By the way, haven't you read that secret technique book? Yes, I have. Makes sense since you've learned how to. Alright, let's do this. So, your first opponent is a Kung Fu master. His attacks are apparently pretty ruthless. You're both running low on health. You could probably win if you land a special move.
Oh.
Hey, the enemy's stunned. Go for a special.
Oh.
Shoryuken! No.
Okay.
Is it? No, that wasn't Shoryuken. That was Hadouken! Except I think it was square or circle on the other games. It was incredible watching you go up against such a tough opponent.
Nice.
This is probably a good stopping point. Let's end here for today.
An issue in which criminals do whatever they want under the name of justice cannot be left alone. Only now does the government speak of taking countermeasures. But their actions are too little, too late. The government as it stands has been left behind the times. It is obsolete. We don't have to go down with a sinking ship. We have the power to change this. Let us end this chaos through my hands and yours.
He's a politician of the ruling party, isn't he?
I heard they're splitting up to form a new party, so an election might come before the year's end.
I'm gonna vote this time for sure. This man has my support.
You haven't voted until now? That's problematic as a member of society, you know.
Politics just never interested me before. But this politician seems pretty amazing. He's passionate and thinks of the future. I mean, someone like that should be prime minister.
Yeah, never base it just on that, my friend.
Voting for him.
Never base it just on that.
Well, I suppose that makes sense, since the other politician seems so unreliable.
When you say that you want us to cooperate with you, what exactly do you intend us to do?
That's a good question. But might I have a cup of coffee first?
Quit effing around!
Please keep this short.
There's a bounty for information in addition to the arrest warrant. Those are quite desperate measures. I'm referring to Sai-san's actions. I assume all of you are at your wits' end as well. She must be considerably vexed if she's gone that far. Make headlines with the arrest warrant, then use incentives to get testimonies. It's not a bad method.
The police have nothing on us. There's no way they can make an arrest.
True. I'm the only one who's ascertained your true identities. However, the groundwork for fabricating testimonies and concocting a culprit are underway.
We don't care about that self-gratification. Get on with it.
I'll be blunt. I'm thinking of triggering a change of heart in Sai-san. I've already discovered that she has a palace.
Huh? Really?
Is this to prevent the investigation agency's recklessness?
Precisely.
Still, there's no need to change her heart just for that.
Indeed. It's hard to believe that a single person can fabricate all that.
Unfortunately, that's not the case. What if I told you that those around her would turn a blind eye to false evidence?
You saying the police would do such a thing?
It seems they're more trusted than I thought. Their priority is settling the situation. They don't care who the supposed culprit is.
No!
They're completely rotten!
My objective is to find the true culprit. That must be the case for all of you too. However, the current situation is extremely bad.
If worst comes to worst, someone unrelated will be set up as the culprit, huh?
Our only solution to this is to make Sai-san come to her senses. If she's in her right mind, she can stop this situation. Her sense of justice wouldn't allow it.
So that's why...
The truth will be covered up, and an innocent civilian's life will be destroyed. I can't allow such a thing to happen. My own ethics won't stand for it.
I mean, I guess I can understand how you feel.
And changing Sai-san's heart will be to protect her as well.
How do you mean?
If the true culprit were to learn that she's responsible for the investigation, what would happen? I'm certain they'll aim for her life. She's the perfect target to place blame on the Phantom Thieves. So how about it? Will you agree to my plan?
Even though you're particular about being just, you're willing to get your hands dirty?
It can't be helped in order to ascertain the truth. There is also one more merit in changing Sai-san's heart. She'll be a fine warning to others not to meddle with you any further.
That's a very, very grim-voiced line.
They can't go public if someone in the investigation has a change of heart. It'd show their corruption. All that's left from there is for me to discover the identity of the true culprit.
What do you mean?
You're gonna tell us to announce our disbandment once the real culprit is arrested, aren't you?
As expected from a Nijima. So, what do you say? I don't think it's a bad deal for either of us.
Makoto, what's your take on all this?
It's a well-made plan. It even takes putting an end to our team into consideration.
I'm flattered to hear that.
Why are you willing to do all this, Akechi-kun? Why do you seek justice?
Because of sickening human beings. Yes. My contempt for such people drives my sense of justice. It isn't some grand reason like society's sake or some lofty ideal. It's simply an absurd grudge. And extremely personal.
Dude.
Okay.
No, doesn't he remind you of us?
You think?
I can't really explain it. But I guess it's how some disgusting adult pissed him off.
We're similar, Maybe that's why I thought that I could ask this of you all. Won't you cooperate with me on the mission to change Sai-san's heart?
It's not a bad deal.
Thanks. I was actually rather worried there. This mission can't succeed without your cooperation, after all.
It's better than him trying to blackmail us.
The Phantom Thieves will be disbanded, and everything will work out. I pray it does.
Mako-chan.
I'm okay. I never brought it up until now, but the reason I joined the Phantom Thieves is because I wanted to change my sister's heart. I was hoping I wouldn't have to resort to it, though. I've also known for quite some time that she has a palace.
Why didn't you tell us?
It was too selfish of a reason. Though I was too scared to look any further into it on my own.
Why don't we try going there now to scope the place out? A lot of this will be new to me, so I'd like to get myself accustomed to it too.
I'm sorry, I actually have plans today.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Will you tell your sister about this? Of course not. It's just...
You seem awfully evasive today. Is something the matter?
I just can't make time today.
Something's off.
Let's call it a day then, and resume this tomorrow.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Wasn't Makoto acting a bit weird?
This is about a sister. I suppose, yeah.
Well, I guess that can't be helped. Regardless, it all starts tomorrow. I hope this goes well.
Uh-oh. Hello, Sai-san. Holy shit.
A palace? In me? Not only that, Goro Akechi? Then the Phantom Thieves targeted me as per his advice?
Oh, she pissed.
And he had already experienced the metaverse by the time of the Okumura case? That can't be. I mean, he never said a word.
Why would he?
Although, his attitude did change suddenly around that time. Akechi-kun kept quiet about the most important details, and my own sister may be a phantom thief? If this is all true, I was out of the loop the entire time I led the investigation. What a joke.
Well, of course, that's because you were working for the fucking bad guys.
So you became convinced of another's existence through the 2 mental shutdown cases. And if you were apprehended while falsely accused of those crimes, that villain would still be loose. That's why you targeted me? Not for your own preservation?
That's not all.
No. If this villain does exist and is setting up your group, I would be targeted next. Did Makoto come up with that speculation?
What are you talking about?
Perhaps I'm overthinking things. Hey! You need to keep your focus. It seems you're completely worn out, but the look on your face isn't one of defeat. Why is that?
I'm not alone.
I'm amazed. It seems you can still talk. When you were arrested, a man at the scene told you that you were sold out, correct? Those words normally hint at the existence of a traitor. However, if your story till now is true, one reason can be concluded. It's frustrating to admit, but at a certain point... No, most likely from the start. I was a mere puppet. Someone set up only to bear responsibility later. Someone intended your arrest, and the minimal staff directly involved were in their pocket. And if that's the case, true integrity would side with you.
All right.
Rank 6.
No, I'm jumping to conclusions. I don't believe your story yet. There's something I need to confirm with you. Was a change of heart triggered in me? What happened in the time between entering my palace and your arrest? Tell me everything.
This is what I'm wondering. I don't know whether she would have actually had a change of heart. I mean, she only wanted justice anyway. She was only pressured towards it.
What's this favor you need? It's late already. We'll be going to Nijima's palace, so I want to look into her. Things like her work ethic and relationships. It doesn't matter whether it's public or private. Those would help us come up with countermeasures in case we hit a roadblock in her palace. I can look up more, you know. Stuff like her repertoire of underwear.
Wait, you can?
A girl shouldn't say things like that. You tell her too.
That's impressive.
Don't fall for it.
Fuck off, Mona.
Ahem.
You fucking Ann simp.
Also, I may be overthinking it, but my voice... Ow! Same as always. Let me finish first. There's something else we want you to look into.
We? We what? Hey, that's no fair. The main character knows, but I don't. That's cheating. Now for today's train news. First off, the investigation team has announced new progress in the search for the Phantom Thieves. Secondly, the opposition party has submitted a vote of no confidence regarding the current cabinet. That, along with the legislator Shido's plan for a new party, has sparked fears of governmental dismemberment. Ooh. Where are we meeting today? Oh right, we were never told where to meet up. At the courthouse. Where's that? The government office district? Kasumi Gaseki. I think I've been there. Oh, I've heard of that place. Never been there though. Me neither. It's not somewhere normal people usually go. Well, just looking at the map is impressive. The police department, Ministry of Justice, Public Prosecutor's Office, and Public Security. The diet building is right near there too. For real, what kind of scary place are we going to? We won't get caught, right? According to Akechi-kun, our identities haven't been discovered yet. So, we are just going to plunge headfirst into enemy territory? Has anyone contacted Akechi? We're going to meet him there. Be on guard, everyone. We'll be heading into a lion's den. No worries, Des. Go and enjoy the rest of your night, dude. I will hopefully catch you again in the next couple of days before Christmas. If not, enjoy your Christmas. Enjoy your New Year's. I hope you have a good time.
So this is the courthouse. You can tell it's a revolting building just by looking at it. Let's hurry up and get started. Akechi, what did you find out?
I rarely get to see Sai-san directly, but I figured out her course of action. On the 20th, an investigation will likely be done at Shujin Academy, as well as the Sakura residence.
For real?
Then that means our time limit is November 20th.
Still, there will be quite a bit of red tape involved. I doubt it'll take place before the 20th.
We'll take your word. For now, we need to focus on infiltrating her palace.
I concur. And we should probably get going soon. After all, people like us standing around here is quite unnatural. Well then?
That's...
Huh? What about my smartphone?
This is the model I wanted! You're so lucky!
I'm so sorry. Until recently, Futaba was actually well...
It's okay. Sai-san told me the gist.
Oh, right. Akechi-kun, it may be best if you exchange contact info with everyone, too. Not just me.
That's true.
Ooh. I'll send everyone's contacts to you later.
That'll be me.
Thanks. Well then, I hope we get along. I'll do my best.
You got a good personality and good looks? Talk about cheating.
She's praising you, I believe.
Then shall we get started?
We need to figure out what Makoto's sis thinks this courthouse is, right?
I often hear her call it a place of competition in which she must always win.
A competition, huh? That sounds like Sai-san.
So, a Colosseum?
It'd be unbearable if you were put on trial for a reason like that. Although, a competition means it's a match of some sort. Might it be a martial arts ring?
Then perhaps a stadium? Or maybe an arena?
I'm thinking a Colosseum.
There are other competitions besides fighting and sports.
Gambling, then.
How about a racetrack for horses? Other than that, there's pachinko, but does that count as gambling?
We played cards during the school trip.
What else is there?
A casino.
It must be a casino.
I definitely see Sai-san in you.
Well, it's time we head in then.
Beginning navigation.
Okay, so this is the point then where I'm actually catching up with the main story now then. Or at least to the point where, obviously, after this we get captured, so it's about time. Ooh, anime.
Head right past there and keep a low profile.
Yeah, standing right in front of it is a low profile.
What's going on here?
We are looking at the courthouse, aren't we? Seems like it.
Let's go.
Right.
Place is fucking huge.
The courthouse is a casino.
Everywhere else seems to be a normal cityscape.
Isn't that...
The police station, yes. I didn't know that the station and the courthouse were next to each other.
Our attire hasn't changed. That must mean we aren't considered threats or hostiles yet.
Right. Areas outside her courthouse palace must not be worthy of her attention.
Wait, I always look like this. I'm special. Besides, I can't do anything in my cat form.
The police station's also part of her work area, though, whenever arrests are made for her cases. I've brought her food and belongings when she was sent on loan to the police.
We got no business with the cops, right? This might be the metaverse, but I don't want to go in a station.
That reminds me. He'll need a code name, too.
Codename?
Phantom thieves can't go around using the real names, right? It ain't cool either.
Just for reference, what is everyone else's?
Skull.
Mine's Fox.
We pretty much decided on them with how we look, didn't we?
What is it, Haru?
Oh, it's nothing.
Then perhaps Karasu will be best for me. You know, like a raven.
Are your clothes all black or something?
The reverse, actually. If our codenames are to hide our identities, wouldn't that be better?
Karasu. He'd be the only Japanese-sounding one.
Why not go with Crow instead?
All right. From here on out, you're Crow.
Got it.
Okay.
Now then, let's head into the courthouse. Now then.
This is business as usual. First off, we'll need to find an infiltration route. Right. With this, though, people, I am going to save.
I should write something.
I'm going to save up here. I don't know when I'll next continue on this with stream. However, I'm very much, invested on getting into this and having a look around on the casino, considering that, as I say, this leads on to us being caught at the start of the game. So, I may do more tomorrow. I may do more Wednesday. I don't know. I may even do more Thursday because, as it seems at the moment, I'm going to have Thursday morning free. So, I may very well do some more then. But for now, guys, let me go and quickly find someone to drop the raid over to. Let's see who is around, shall we? I'm liking the music here as well. This is really nice. Really, really nice music. Anyway, okay. Alright guys, I am going to pass you wonderful people over to Morbidol, who's currently playing on some Cyberpunk 2077. He's a good old friend of mine. I've known him for quite a few years now. Lives down in London. I hope he's enjoying Tier 4. So please, go and give him some love. Go and say hi, give him a follow, and I will hopefully catch you guys at some point in the next couple of days. At least at minimum of tomorrow. I've just realised my Elgato is needs growing in size. There we go. Yeah. Guys, go give him a follow. I'll hopefully catch you guys tomorrow for another stream. If I don't see you before then, I hope you have a good Christmas and a happy New Year. I'll hopefully see you soon. Catch you all later, people. Bye.